What's up, guys? How we doing? We're a little bit late. Apologies. More technical difficulties with the camera. We will have it figured out next week. So, Thomas, I apologize about that. But how are we doing? It's an early Sunday start for once.
For once, we're not on Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Saturday Night Football, Sunday Night. Like, we've been primetime games, it feels like the past couple of, going back to last year. And now, Josh, a typical 1 p.m. start. And yet, Eagle fans, I think a lot of them are nervous for what we thought was probably, 4 weeks ago, a nice, easy Saints win, go on the road, beat a bad offense. And now you're facing the number one offense with one of the worst defenses in Philadelphia. And Josh, this is going to be a tough game today.
It is, yes, because we obviously, again, you talk about the matchups that they have, the guys they have to slow down with the offense. Are the Saints real? Are they fool's gold? Is there somewhere in between? Can the Eagles play maybe past what we're hoping, I guess, what we've seen the past couple days, especially on the defense? But that'll be a big question. And, it brings up naturally, as we do want to share with everybody, in case you have not seen so far, but the inactives listed officially is Devin White is the biggest surprise again. It's 2 weeks in a row, and we have Devin White, who is not there on the roster to play. So what do you make of that? That's strange. Again, we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff here, but what do you make of that real quick? Devin White inactive second week in a row.
I'm starting to thinking about maybe calling my congressman and asking him to start a congressional inquiry into why both Devin White and also pregame warmups, it was Avonte Maddox in the slot, no Isaiah Rodgers to be seen. Your starting cornerback and your starting linebacker, Josh, all of training camp have now basically played 0 snaps, what will be now through 3 weeks, unless Rodgers magically gets out there. But not looking good. It doesn't make sense. You just at least activate him. That way, if the linebackers start to struggle, someone gets hurt, you can pop him in there. There's a vendetta against Devin White. I don't know if it's Fangio or if it's Howie Roseman or somebody else, but he's obviously not going to play today, and that's going to be up to, I don't know if the linebackers make a huge difference in this game today, Josh. That pass rush led by, hopefully, Bryce Huff, Jalen Carter, and Josh Sweat start to actually get home, because not only are the Saints the number one offense in the National Football League, Derek Carr is the least hit quarterback in the National Football League, which does not bode well for Philadelphia today.
Not necessarily, no. Yeah, definitely not one of those areas where we've been successful, but maybe we can. Maybe we can be successful somehow at getting to Derek Carr. That would be the hope. That's one of the main ways to slow him down. See if they can do something against a little bit of adversity. So far, they've not seen that naturally, because he started 15 straight drives for Derek Carr before he even had anything. I think it was an interception and then like a punt. So maybe you kind of have him come crash back down to earth a little bit. There were a lot of Eagles fans, what it looked like in the Big Easy. So show some support there for them. Obviously, for us, we're hanging out, live stream, have all the play-by-play reactions and everything else from the game here. But quick predictions, as we're like about 2 minutes away from kickoff here. Prediction for the game, what are you going with?
I'm hoping the Eagles win. I think that I wouldn't bet my house on it, but I'm going to say Philadelphia has a bounce-back win today. But the only way they do that, Josh, is winning a shootout. So the defense is going to struggle. We know they will give up points. That means Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, DeVonta Smith. And can we get Dallas Goedert, a couple of touches here and there?
Please.
They have got to be great on offense. I'm going to go Philadelphia wins. I don't feel confident about this, but it would be something like 30-28, 31-27, somewhere in that range. I'll go 31-27 Philadelphia.
Okay. All right. I like it. We're about at the same side there. I said 31-30 for the Eagles.
Okay.
I think it's going to be really close. If we lose,
close.
I also think it's going to be really close. Shout out to Anthony DeBona, who hopped on here, said, good afternoon, best of luck with the show. My final score prediction for PFN was Saints 34, Eagles 27. So, I can still appreciate being realistic. What we assume, what some people assume is realistic, but I think there's a way, as we were just sharing briefly, and we've talked about on our shows the past week, is it's not impossible, and you can find something. This is the NFL. You don't know about teams just 2 weeks into the season, but here you go. This is a test. This is a matchup where you don't have A.J. Brown. You don't have granted, I don't know necessarily Devin White was going to do a whole lot because he's inactive for 2 weeks in a row, but you don't have Devin White. Choice there by the coaches. And, do the guys live up? Do you see more from Jahan Dotson? As you said, does Dallas Goedert show up in a way? Hopefully he does. I took him to have over 4 catches this week. I mean, you'd assume maybe get him involved more. But nonetheless, if we do not, you still got Saquon Barkley. You have that offensive line. If they can get up early, maybe you just kind of get the Saints out of sorts. But we'll see. So if you've not already, shout out to everybody else on the chat. Hit the like button. We've got 136 likes so far. It has been proven based on number of likes. I'm just going to say, when we get over 1,000 likes, we won. When we were just short of 1,000 likes, we lost.
True.
So I don't know if that necessarily equates to anything, but appreciate you guys hanging out. Also, just for those hopping on, I'm seeing a couple comments. Yes, the camera is here. Technical difficulties. I'll have it figured out next week.
Just listen
so
to
a
our
little
voices,
different
right?
for mine.
Just listen to our voices.
There
That's
you
the
go.
way to do it.
Yes.
I like motivational. I just lost his chat. Their motivational zone says Barkley better have 30 touches. Mentioned that offensive line, Josh. If I'm Nick Sirianni, I want the football to start, and I want a 15-play, 70-yard scoring drive that eats up 6 minutes of clock where Barkley touches the football 4 or 5 times, right? If he finishes today with 30-plus touches and over 100 yards from scrimmage, and Jalen Hurts protects the football like he did up until the final play against the Atlanta Falcons last week, you're going to at least be in this game, right? And again, the one hope I think Eagle fans, especially defensively, have to hold on, Josh, you mentioned it. The Saints beat up on horrific, maybe historically bad Carolina Panther team with a quarterback that has, the motivation and really the self-confidence of nothing right now in Bryce Young. And then you go over to the Dallas Cowboys, who I think most Eagle fans think are kind of frauds, right? The Dallas Cowboy defense, not as good as they thought they would be week 1 with that win against the Browns. Dallas Cowboy offense seemingly lacking any sort of rushing attack with 39-year-old Zeke Elliott, however old he is. That's the hope right now,
Looks like that.
is that you can get a lead and this Saints team comes back down to earth a little bit, because Derek Carr, Josh, $100 million quarterback, last year, Saints fans were saying, get him out of here. It was like, we do not want Derek Carr anymore. They drafted Spencer Rattler for a reason, and he suddenly has had a career revival. Maybe he goes back to where he was last year. That's kind of the hope I think a lot of Eagle fans have.
Right there with you, yes. Also, shout out to Robster, was saying, watching you guys instead of the game. Can't face this team again this week. So
there you go.
Understand the thought, yes, what we've seen previously, but for other people as well. You watch the game, have it on mute, or watch the game and, tune in during the commercials, whatever you want to do. We're hanging out, trying to, as best we can, keep everyone somewhat sane. Hopefully this turns into a glorified celebration event, I suppose. But, we could see that. It does begin with the defense, though. Frank from Philly, everybody on our defense is trash other than BG. Come on. I know it was not good.
Wrong.
I know we're talking about the collapse and the run defense and pass defense issues as well. I hear you, man, but let's can we just wait till this? Is it fair enough just to say at least this game, right? I think wait till the bye week, but just this game.
Sure.
Road game.
At least for the defense.
Let's see it.
At least for the
sure.
defense.
Yeah.
If they get blown out today and it's 41-10 or it's 31-17 or they, get walked up and down the field because the Saints have punted the least amount of any team in the league so far, then obviously the panic button, which has already been pressed by over half of Eagle Nation, will be pressed yet again. I'm looking for an option. I see in the chat right here, DJ Sudi says, give Jalen Hunt some snaps. We mentioned the pass rush not getting home.
True.
Jalen Hunt, again, someone who flashes in preseason. There really is no excuse not to give a guy like Jalen Hunt at least some snaps tonight. 10, 12 snaps. Then it'd be crazy with Bryce Huff being basically invisible. Nolan Smith doing virtually nothing. Josh Sweat maybe being a little better than the previous two mentioned. That doesn't say much. Where's Jalen Carter's head at, Josh, after being suspended or I guess benched for one possession last week? Does he kind of have his coming out party this year? Let's just hope they have a good game today, right? They got to look relevant today, or else Eagle fans at 1-2 are going to start abandoning ship at alarming rates as they show us the Saints Stadium down there at the Caesars Palace Dome. A lot of Eagles green in there, Josh. That's going to be big, especially for a team on offense that's going to be on silent count a lot tonight with Jalen Hurts and company.
Yes. And we need to see it. You talk about just some sort of semblance of a fight and just anything, right? To have some hungry dog mentality. Speaking of, actually, Edmund Rockmore, shout out to you. Welcome to the Hungry Dogs tier. There you go. The membership. Appreciate that. Frank did say, okay, we'll wait on it. We'll wait. Also, let's see. There was one other person here.
There's the kickoff, by the way.
As we're getting the kickoff. Okay, Braden Mann. Yep, and the Eagles are kicking off. So I also see that. It is.
All right, this is not going to be returnable, and so you're going to have the Eagle defense out first, just as we want to. There you go. They showed us Drew Brees earlier as well. Saints all black with their gold helmets, Josh. Philadelphia, white tops, green pants, green helmets, and out trots Derek Carr. 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. He has a 142.4 passer rating in 2 games. He has been, if you were going to vote on the best quarterback in the league through 3 weeks, or 2 weeks, really, statistically, it's probably Derek Carr. So let's see what they do. Alvin Kamara has been hot. He has a few less rushing yards than Saquon Barkley as they break the huddle, Josh. Make sure we're synced up. 17 seconds, 16, 15. And there is Kubiak, the offensive coordinator, calling the plays this afternoon. Here we go. 1st and 10. Saints. Opening drive from their 30. Take the snap. I formation. Toss left Kamara. He's hitting the backfield with a little voice crack there, but we're excited. Devin White with the tackle. Sorry, not Devin White. That's Nakobe Dean.
Let's
Good start by
go.
the Eagle defense. How about that?
I like that. Yeah, a little excitement. I hear you.
Yeah, a lot of excitement there. Sorry, I couldn't believe we got what is that? A loss of half a yard stop on a running play on the first snap.
I was gonna say
Way
I'm
too
waiting for the
excited.
outside zone break across the middle and get a 10-yard gain, but you're right. Hey, Nakobe Dean was there. Bryce Huff was set and contained on the edge. Didn't make the play, but just saying he was there.
Here we go. Second down. They call it 10. They didn't move the ball forward at all from the Saint 30. Motion across the formation. In the gun goes Carr. Looking right, throwing right. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be thrown out of bounds as Chris Olave right in front of Darius Slay. He's a yard short. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
All right, force a 3rd down early. It's granted a very short one, but see what the defense could do. If you could get a 3-and-out here, I mean, obviously we talk about making stops just in general, but to start the game, slow down some momentum, get the offense back out there.
Heavy package. One receiver at the bottom of the formation. 3rd down and 1 from the Saint 39. 2 tight ends in motion across the formation. Turn. Give. Kamara. He's hit. Bounces outside. He's got a 1st down. And now he breaks a tackle and falls across the 45, across to the 46. They want a late tackle out of bounds. Not going to get it. There's CJ Gardner Johnson cleaning up. Now there's a flag, as Gardner Johnson was a late game time decision. He plays. You have an injured Saint at the end of the play with a flag, but a 1st down nonetheless, Josh, as we wait on the call.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of, in a way, they had him dead to rights. He didn't have anywhere to go on the first initial read. And kudos to Milton Williams, who kind of broke through the line there, but there's nobody on the outside, and Kamara able to bounce it out. I don't know if that's... is that a flag on CJ? It is a little bit, but he's kind of already started the momentum, and yeah, maybe it's a little... I don't know. That's...
The flag, though, I didn't see that the line judge throw it. It must have come from somewhere else. We're still waiting on the call as there's an injured offensive lineman for the Saints. Again, either way, it's a 1st down. I can't tell who this is, but for a pass rush needy Philadelphia team, a starting offensive lineman goes down for the Saints. You don't want to see it, but it could be good. Okay, a good one, too. All right, we'll see. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, hopefully okay. I'm interested. As they go to commercial break, we still don't know about the penalty there.
Nope. Not sure. Those of you guys just joining us, I saw a couple questions about Josh's camera. He has a brand new one, which is really nice. We're just waiting to figure out how to set it up. So this is not the brand new one. The brand new one's going to be looking good next week. But again, you're more watching for the scoreboard and obviously listening to our voices. So we don't have to worry about that. But
there you go.
Just for people wondering. Although Josh is not drinking Olipop, which I'm waiting to be sponsored. Olipop, I have mine today. We're desperately waiting to be sponsored by Olipop. So if you know somebody, we'll sell the hell out of these things. But big fan. I got my vintage cola, Josh.
One. Yep. The cherry cola is also really good. I'm a fan of that one. The grape for people. I don't know if people like the grape, but
talk about free advertising.
Brings back memories from childhood. Honestly, it's a grape soda. Got a super chat here from Maxwell. Just says "Fly Eagles Fly." Appreciate the 2.
Take it. Yeah. There you go. We need a little
some good vibes. We will take that. And also, for everyone with the like button, we're up to 2:30 already. And
pretty good.
Granted, a late start to the stream, so appreciate that. Lauren saying Olipop is goated. Yep, there's some other fans of that.
So good.
King Izzy's also asking the same thing. Yeah, let's run it, amigos. Yo, Josh, why are your eyes so bright? It's the FaceTime camera. I'm literally using the laptop here because
he's pulling with excitement. Josh understands what we all understand. If the Eagles somehow win today, Josh, which again they easily could, 2-1 versus 1-2, and you're beating the 2-0 Saints. Oh my goodness, the vibes in Philadelphia would be just absolutely perfect tomorrow on a Monday morning. I mean, just imagine how great it could be. Because it's still 0-0, we're still very positive in here today.
For sure.
If it suddenly becomes 7-0 or 14-0 or things get ugly, we'll start to get really upset. But if right now, if the score were to continue and the Eagle defense holds the Saints to 0 points, then we could be feeling really good tomorrow. And that would just be so nice, Josh. Wouldn't you love to close out today's stream? It's 4:15, 4:30 on the East Coast. Going out with your wife and kids, smiling, happy, birds win. Come on, that's what we want.
Plenty of time to figure out the camera and get some good sleep, and then wake up tomorrow, do a fun recap video. It's perfect. It is the perfect scenario. But you got to take care of business as Eric McCoy is going into the injury tent, and we appear to be back.
I don't see any penalty yards added on here. It's 1st and 10 from the Saint 46, so no penalty yards added on. I didn't hear what the official call was there, but either way, 1st down following the Kamara run on 3rd and 1. I formation, toss right Kamara. Carter chases him down. He gets around the edge and then is thrown out of bounds again by Gardner Johnson. That's a gain of 4. but overall, a pretty good defensive stop there as you see the same exact play style that the Atlanta Falcons ran, and those are those tosses on the outside, trying to get those big defensive linemen moving left and right on what is the 29th ranked defense, Josh, giving up more than 11 10-plus rushes so far this season. So getting them running, and so far the Eagles have held down pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, not good numbers overall, but we'll see. Josh Sweat could have potentially had contain on that one. He did let Kamara bounce it outside, but 2nd and 6. And as I say, Josh Sweat.
Josh Sweat just jumped off sides. So 2nd down and 6 will be a 2nd down and 1. So there you go. It's a totally silent Superdome whenever the Saints are on offense. All you got to do is watch the football. But instead, Josh Sweat was listening. So there goes number 19, who's done very little so far during what could be his final season as an Eagle, and it'll be 2nd down and 1.
As Damon's, appreciate the 5, says, Josh and Thomas, are we going to play with some heart today?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Hopefully. Yeah, we don't want some boneheaded decisions like that or boneheaded plays, but if we play with a little heart, can't knock that part. 2nd and 1 now, make it a little easier.
BG in for Bryce Huff now. Here's a quick snap. That's going to be a give Kamara on 2nd and 1. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he will get a 1st down, but only a gain of 1. Zack Baun, who was fantastic in that opener, Josh, still top 5 in the league in tackles. Pretty, I'd say, iffy in the Week 2 loss to Atlanta. I don't think he was as good as we thought he'd be coming off of, again, a very impressive game in Brazil, but a good tackle there. It's a 1st down, but only a gain of a yard, and they're marching into Eagle territory now in this first drive of the game.
Yeah, showed a little bit of better awareness. Also talked about he hadn't seen, apparently, according to Fangio, a lot of cut blocks, which he got a lot of against Atlanta. So they practiced that this week. Guess we'll see if it makes a big difference.
1st down and 10 from the Philly 42. Play action, deep drop for Carr. A little bit of pressure, steps up, throws, and that hit the ground incomplete. And I said a word there, Josh. We haven't said a lot of pressure. And I think
what
it was
is that?
2 defensive tackles that got in Carr's face, and it might have been Thomas Booker, maybe the best defensive lineman on the field last week against Atlanta.
I said Jalen Carter was one of them, and I couldn't tell who the other one was.
I think Booker was the other.
Okay, all right. I don't mind. I don't care who it is, quite honestly. When you say pressure, like it's definitely something I've been wanting to hear. We've not heard much of.
12 minutes to go as McCoy goes to the locker room. New lineman in for the Saints. 2nd down and 10 from the Eagle 42. Play fake, no turn give. That's going to be Kamara. Gets around the edge, and a good tackle by Nakobe Dean. He got around the edge, and it was met by number 17. It's a gain of 2. Big 3rd down and 8 coming, Josh, from the Eagle 40.
Gotta love it. Yep. You make sure, because you see the handoff with Kamara, and he's always looking for, Bijan had plenty of cutback lanes open. There's nowhere to run. He's got to keep bouncing outside. BG fights pretty good to push, but then still, you got to give credit to Q, who sets the edge, and Nakobe Dean to finish him off there. Only a gain of 2.
Really good job setting the edge. They didn't do that very well last week. Here's a 3rd down and 8. First 3rd down of the game for either team. Keely Ringo was in right now in this dime look for Philadelphia. 3rd and 8 from the Eagle 40.5-yard line. Kamara in the gun next to Derek Carr with 3 in the play clock. Philadelphia showing pressure. Here they come. Carr steps up, looks, throws left. That's going to be caught. There's a 1st down, and that is Chris Olave for 15 right in front of Quinyon Mitchell.
Man, right whenever I praise Q for the run stop, they go directly at him. Pretty easy pitch and catch there. Q playing off at the sticks. Backs up he kind of gives it. He's 2-3 yards off. It's an easy pitch and catch.
Yeah. Definitely don't like that. Easy 1st down, and the Saints are, as they say in the song, marching into Eagle territory right now.
Oh, gosh.
Nice 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, I don't want much of that. That's not today.
Play number 9 of this opening drive for the Saints comes at the Eagle 25. They got a 6-man front right now, including Nolan Smith. I formation, turn give. Kamara, he's hit in the backfield and dropped.
There you go.
Maybe a gain of a yard. And there's Jalen Carter.
Oh.
John with Kamara at the end of that one. He looked fired up. Again, good play so far by the Eagle defensive line. It's much improved, again, so far versus where it was last week.
The Saints do look very committed, as I understandably they probably should be, to testing this run defense early on. You're getting Kamara several carries and trying to check and see, hey, does the D-line have a little bit more? So far, they've answered the call for the most part. And as you mentioned, a great point from Jalen Carter and BG to make the stop. Question is, you're getting into 3rd downs. Can you get off the field?
2nd down and 9 from the Eagle 24. Shotgun. Carr takes a snap. Quick screen left side. That is caught and hit immediately is Williams. And again, there's Zack Baun and a bunch of Eagles for a gain tackle, maybe a gain of a yard, another 3rd down and long coming.
That was a fantastic play there by Zach Baun.
It.
He's getting blocked, sheds it immediately, able to meet the back in. I mean, he might have gained a yard, as you said there, but he was able to fight through 2 blockers and still make the stop. And then you also got to love to see, too, the swarming from all the other Eagles. There's like 6 other guys to finish off that tackle.
Eagle defense on their heels right now, but looking a lot more fiery here on this opening drive. 3rd down and 9 for the number 2 third down converting offense in the league. Shotgun. Carr takes a snap. 4-man pressure. Pressure coming. Throws left. That's caught. First down, Olave. He's got it. Works in front of Nakobe Dean. Not sure why Dean is on their best wide receiver. Josh Sweat got close, but not close enough. Another first down for the Saints. 2 for 2 on 3rd down, Josh.
I don't know. I mean, what call is that? Because it's literally Nakobe bouncing out there. That's way too easy. There's no one. Reed Blankenship like 5-7 yards off. It's obviously zone coverage. It's not a man matchup, but like you make it so easy for the Saints there. That's not any sort of coverage, even with a little bit of pressure from Josh Sweat.
Derek Carr's second completion of the day. He's got 24 yards, 8:33 to go. Play number 12 from the Eagle 12. I formation, Kamara back in as Carr makes a check at the line. 3 on the play clock. Under center. Takes the snap. Turn right. That's going to be Kamara. And he's going to make it through 1 tackle and then wrapped up by Nolan Smith for a gain of 4.
Pretty good play there from Nolan Smith. Able to stop him for what could have been a little bit more as he was kind of getting to the second level. But, man, we're talking about 3rd downs. And I know that we talk about also like last year and similarities and everything else. Is like you get into 3rd downs, you give it easy completion multiple times.
2nd and goal. They went to go quick, and then a penalty flag was thrown. We'll see what this is. 2nd down and 6. Looks like a false start. That'll back them up. Still in the red zone, though, Josh. This is the number 2 red zone offense in the league in the New Orleans Saints. The number 5 red zone defense, though. You want one little plus of Philadelphia. They will let you get to the red zone, and they normally, knock on wood, will be able to hold as Clint Kubiak calls the play into Derek Carr and what's going to be a 2nd down and long.
Come on, defense. Shout out to Sean. Says, I'm not going to lie, I like the broken camera. Okay, well, some people do like it. Okay. It will be changed, even if you do, but we'll have a better one next week. We're going with the FaceTime.
2nd 11 from the Eagle 14. Here comes a turn give. Kamara running right side. Nice edge set there by Milton Williams. He's in the backfield. He loses 4.
Yes, sir.
Guess who? Milton Williams and Zach Baun. And this D-line is fired up right now, Josh. They're playing great.
Okay, as Damon said earlier, do we feel like the team's going to play with heart? I know that we've allowed several 3rd downs that's just very easy, very simple for a pitch and catch, but you see the fire, you see the physicality so far in the run game. And I'd say, as of right now, very early, but they are answering it at least from that physical standpoint. So you love to see it. Another 3rd down. Will they get a stop?
Zach Baun was lined up as edge rusher there. That's why he made the tackle. Now he goes back to linebacker. Here we go. 3rd and 15 from the Eagles 16. Carr, empty set, 4 receivers. 4-man pressure coming. Takes the snap. Looking left. Throws. Ball's batted in the air. Incomplete.
Oh, yes.
The Eagles get a stop.
Thought he almost had it.
Ooh, Jalen Carter hit that one, and that was great interior pressure by an Eagle defensive line that, Josh, I don't know what happened. They look night and day different than they did really last week and the week before. Look at Jalen Carter one-on-one.
My question is, where has this been, right?
Woo!
Like, Jalen Carter... First off, you just can't block him one-on-one. So I love to see the fact that the bread man's going to win that, which we know he will every single time if he's going to get one-on-one. But you have Eric McCoy out and injured. Take advantage of that even more so. You know, you would have loved to get a couple stops earlier on 3rd down, but you get one there, you're going to force a field goal attempt.
There you go. There's that Eagle red zone defense. Blake Groupie, a 34-yarder, up and bacon up the front of the crossbar and in. I thought he missed it.
Gosh, I thought he did too.
All right, hit the right upright and doinked in. Okay, still 3 points, Josh, on a defensive drive that did not allow a run over, I think, 6 yards. Couple of passes to Chris Olave, which converted 3rd downs. Overall, though, let's give some thumbs up down below with the 1,200 people watching. We got to feel pretty darn good about that opening drive for the Bird defense.
Absolutely. Gosh, I thought he missed that, though. I was getting ready to
play
the missed field goal.
Doinked right in. Doinked right in.
Not the worst thing, though. Only 3 points. You know, the biggest part about all of that, and I'm seeing several of the comments as well. Defensive line, hey, you're getting some run stops, you're getting some push, you're getting a little bit of pressure.
Yes. And they're just moving their men, right, Josh? That was kind of the big takeaway. As PJ Vasquez has a super chat here, looks a lot less thinking and more playing. It's that, but it's also the fact they're getting off their blocks, Josh. I mean, if you go back and watch the Falcon tape, which you and I extensively covered on our shows earlier this week. They are connecting with offensive linemen and staying there. They're not moving them. They're not getting off. They're not swimming around them. They're not bull rushing through. They're just standing there, shuffling their feet and not going anywhere. And this already looks very different. And as Jasper with another super chat here, actually looks like something today. This is the defensive line that we thought that the Eagles were building very early. They
Yes.
think today, but this is what we expected, not the mess you saw last week.
Absolutely. This is what we were when we talked about what are the defenses negatives or their weaknesses going to be. The D line was not one of the immediates. Not to say that it's like, oh, they have to be able to live up to expectations, but it's what's the linebacker play, what's the safety play. The secondary has better players, but will they play up to that level? And yes, okay, who's going to carry the mantle? But the defensive line felt like it was like the third or fourth topic that was brought up of, okay, where do we think about? And after the first 2 weeks, it has been them. But there you go. Early returns, very early returns. And I know that people will also probably recommend or say that we've seen the same things from last year and even the last couple of weeks of, oh, hey, maybe there's a little bit of semblance and then we don't see anything else. But so far, not too bad. James Bradbury appears to be in the chat here, says our back end isn't good. We appreciate you, JB, hanging out. I feel like you probably shouldn't be doing that during
He's just chilling on the sideline.
Just I want to just see a live stream. Also, man. I was going to mention because a couple comments got this, and I know it's usually every single time. We are streaming live during the game here. Obviously, there's a delay in itself, so you're saying that we're behind. Yes, it's going to inevitably be about 20 seconds or so, maybe a little bit more. Depends on where you're at and watching.
It's about a play.
Shout out to everybody who's hanging out because this is always a fun.
Well, they got Moro Jomo. It was interesting, Josh. You talk about losing an offensive lineman on that final play with McCoy going out. I was about to have the kickoff here. They doubled Moro Jomo, who's been very good so far, friend of the channel, by the way. And he was the one that left Jalen Carter with a one-on-one opportunity. And obviously, JC took advantage of it in a way that we expected him to going into this game, as the Eagle looks like Will Shipley needs it at the 1. They go to Pam Oliver, and the Eagles have the ball on offense at the 30-yard line, Josh.
Does that ever scare anybody what Will Shipley just did?
I know
technically he got back into the end zone, but like when I see that, I'm like, oh boy, just because if you get too close, hey, you want the ball at the 1 yard line? Be at the 30 though.
Here we go. Jalen Hurts was really, really good in that Falcon game on a couple of drives. Dotson, Wilson, and Smith are stacked tight to the formation. The bottom of the screen. Hurts in the gun. Here comes the crowd noise. 1st and 10. First drive for the Birds. Barkley to his right. Sends Smith in the orbit motion. Hurts stamps his foot. High snap. Corrals it. Now he's going to keep it and get hit and lose 3.
Good gosh.
Little read option. It doesn't work on first down, and they lose a couple yards, Josh.
Not how I wanted to start. Not even close. I'm not sure what that was doing. The offensive line allowed immediate push there, but it's really from all sides. It's almost like they knew the play was coming, because if he hands it off to Saquon, he's dropped for probably even more of a loss.
Already getting loud. 2nd down and 13. Backed up at the Eagle 27. Eagles obviously silent count for the majority of the day. Hurts in the gun. Same formation. Now they're going to motion Covey across it. 4 in the play clock. Hurts stamps his foot. Takes a snap. Play fake. Very clean pocket. Now they're going to go screen Goddard back on their left side. And he maybe got 2 yards. That didn't work.
Man, you'd like to see Goddard get involved, but first 2 plays, Saints have been all over it.
You don't want quick 3 and outs, Josh, right? That defensive line, they might have gotten a stop in the red zone, but that was a 14-play scoring drive for the New Orleans Saints. And so less than a minute 3 and out here as the game clock goes could be a problem for Kellen Moore in this offense. 3rd and 11 now for your first 3rd down of the game for the Birds. Here we go. Hurts is going to go empty. Gainwell's in the game. He's at the bottom of the formation. Saints showing pressure. Motion Gainwell back in next to Hurts. Maybe some pass protection help. 4 in the play clock. 3rd down and 11 from the Eagle 28. Hurts takes a snap. 4-man pressure. Free rusher comes, and Hurts is sacked.
Goodness.
Yikes.
Come on.
Okay, so no offensive line today, Josh. We gave up the defensive line playing poorly for being good, and now the offensive line is struggling. That's a very bad 3 and out by Jalen Hurts and company. Wow.
That's how it works. You could see the pressure. I mean, there's 3 guys stacked on the outside. You know it's coming in that direction. And I mean, I'm not saying that there's necessarily a quick way for Jalen to throw it with some of the routes there, but he could have. You had Goddard over the middle, probably not a first down. It's hard to pick up, 11 yards in that instance anyway, but it's also not impossible to see 3 guys stacked up on the right side.
Braden Mann gets this punt away. It's short, though. Takes a bounce to the 40 and now is rolling to the right. The Saints are going to take it and fall across the 35-yard line as they go to commercial break. And with 4:33 to go in this first quarter, Josh, the Eagle defense will have their work cut out for them here to try to get another stop without giving up a touchdown.
Gosh, that is not how, obviously, you want it to go for the first 3 downs, but you
Nope.
let the crowd get completely into it. I don't know. It's definitely not blocked up well, but I'm just saying, you see 3 guys stacked up on that right side. It's like, where the pressure is coming from.
Yeah.
It is for sure going to be that side. Nowhere for Jalen to go. Take the sack. It was almost, I know it wasn't officially, almost 3 straight negative plays. Goddard got, 1 yard?
Yep. That's basically what it was.
Goodness.
Oh, man. All right, make sure we're back here. And, okay, we're on commercial break. 1,400 people watching. Sure to give the show a thumbs up. Appreciate you guys hanging out. And at least it's only 3-0, right? At least it's only 3-0. Goodness gracious. Oh, man.
Try to find the positives. It's still early, so it's just a reverse of what we were saying previously of, hey, what is the defense doing? Yep. Now it's only 1 drive, but 3 and out like that, you say, okay, will it be one of these games? The Saints defense is no slouch, and we'll give them credit. They are good, and especially when you have a home crowd that's raucous and you're playing in the Big Easy. It is like that, but you're going to have something else. And you assume, or I don't know, it's, at least my thought is a lot of times it's like the first drive is so scripted that, okay, cool. Hey, let's get something, right? Let's get some positivity, get a first down, even if you do end up punting the ball. But yeah, it was absolutely nothing there.
Obviously, 0 touches for Saquon Barkley in the first drive. I know it was only 3 plays, Josh, but yeah, listen, the play calling, the offense has not been an issue, so it's 1 drive. We're going to hope it's going to be okay, but right now this defense has got to continue to play well. I mean, great pressure so far on Derek Carr. Secondary's been weak a little bit. Again, they only had to give up 3 points. But turnovers are something, Josh, that I think is going to be really important, right? Kirk Cousins and the Falcon offense turned the ball over twice. It should have been 4 times as they bring us back from commercial break in their opening loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. 0 turnovers, basically, against the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday night. A couple turnovers on defense could be a big key today, as they always are, as they're giving me a replay of this sack, Josh. It looks like Kenny Gainwell blew his pass protection, but I don't think it matters because you have Becton getting whipped as well.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1st and 10. Ball on the 35.5-yard line of the Saints. Carr under center. Kamara, the setback. Takes a snap. Play action. Clean pocket. Steps up now. Pressure. Coming. He's sacked. It's Jordan Davis.
Let's go.
Josh.
Come on. Look at him just running him down.
Oh, my
Out of all
gosh.
the people, would you have expected Jordan Davis to be the one? But let's play that, baby. Sack. JD.
Milton Williams and Jordan Davis running a little stunt together. And you have a 300-plus man running full speed at you. If I'm Derek Carr, I did exactly what he would do, and that's just kind of drop into the fetal position because he would have killed me.
Sometimes they do try to run away, but he could tell. It's like, let's just live to fight another day. This is not worth it.
A loss of 12. 2nd and 22. Carr in the gun. Motion across the formation. Now at his own 24. Takes a snap. 4-man pressure. Another stunt coming. Here comes a little bit of pressure. Steps up. Throws. That is going to be incomplete. Eagles think they picked it off. Did Gardner Johnson catch this pass?
I don't think so.
They say he did.
Did he? Did he really?
This
that
bounces
like
off
it was
the hand of Rashid Shaheed. Did CJ get underneath this ball? They called it incomplete. I don't think they can overturn it. I don't think he got his arm underneath
I don't think he did. I was going to say that was so close, but it hits the ground. I know that the ground doesn't necessarily equate to that, but the way that his hand is, I don't think he can overturn it. That's a really good play, though.
Interception on the field for it to stay. It's being held on the ground by Shaheed. Gardner Johnson gets it with that right arm, but he's not underneath, right? That's the problem. He doesn't have his right arm underneath the ball. It's
incomplete. It's really, really close. I mean, it's like if he has just a little bit more of the hand underneath the ball that's going to be an interception, but there's no way that's...
3rd down and 24 run, and that is not going to get enough. Maybe 9 for Kamara, a 3 and out for the Eagles, and no pick, but a stop, Josh. And this defense, again, whatever Vic Fangio was preaching over the course of the last 6 days has obviously been working. A great start by the Eagle defense to get off the field here.
You think they didn't take personally some of probably what they heard about their play, watching the film, what Vic Fangio ripped him a new one for? Also, he did take credit, too. It's not just all on the players, putting them in the right spots. So that's big time, though. You need that.
3:11 to go in the first quarter. Ball at the 34 on a 4th and 13. As Matthew Hayball, the Saints punter, stands at his own 19. And Covey will await this punt as they get it away with 3 minutes left in the quarter. And it's a low-line drive angling towards the right. Covey's going to get out of the way, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 24, maybe the 25. And so here we go. Back out will come Hurts and an Eagle offense that went 3 and out on their opening drive, but only 3-0, Josh. You're almost done with the first quarter. I think every Eagle fan would have taken that.
Without a doubt. Heck yeah. That is absolutely. You get a 3 and out. You get some momentum. You also a sack. I'm not sure if we expect. I mean, who had it on their card as far as like JD getting a sack before Jalen Carter does? Not me personally, but we'll take it however you can get a sack.
Josh, that is the first forced punt by the Eagle defense all season long. Remember, the Packers did not punt. Neither did the Atlanta Falcons. And so, much like PJ Vasquez with another 5 super chat just said, defense really stepped up with that short field. Yeah, they did. And so far, it's looking much better. Much better. Now the offense, Josh, just drive. Reward your defense with a nice 13-play, nice rest on the sideline, go down the field. 7-3 makes this game very, very different.
Please, yes. Do something. It appears I've lost the stream for a second, so I'm going to try to refresh that. But
we're getting a political advertisement here, which
perfect. So I'm not missing
much.
Great. Okay.
You're not missing much.
Good.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Give you a couple scores elsewhere around the league. Browns 7-0 over the Giants. Giants first and goal, though. They're driving. Packers 10-7 as Malik Willis has a 3-point lead over his former team. Bears Colts 0-0. Vikings 7-0 with a Sam Darnold touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson over the 2-0 Texans. Great game over there in Minnesota. Chargers 7-0 over the Steelers. Denver 7-0 over Tampa Bay. And they have another red zone trip. So a couple of really interesting matchups here. A couple of I don't know if we call them upsets, Josh, but I think the Broncos over the Eagles' next opponent in the Bucs next week. That would be a big time upset. Keep an eye on that score.
I kind of felt like that one would be a little bit of a close one. I'm not going to say, definitely not saying I picked the Broncos to win, but just be a closer one. I don't know if it's necessarily a look ahead game of sorts, but with the way that Denver has been playing, and then you counter that for the Bucs. The NFL is a weird league, man. We've seen so many times the parity, or like, should that team have lost to the other one? You catch a team sleeping, another team that's hungry. Hopefully that's the case here for this early Eagles game. But defense showing up, as I now have the stream back, it appears, so we're good to go there. Right. Can the offense do something?
They just brought us back, Josh. They're showing me a little Fox Super 6 thing on my screen as we, again, try and make sure we're linked up and good to go. Okay, cool.
I think I'm like 1 second behind, but that's perfect. I'm not complaining.
All right. All right, so the second possession for Philadelphia after going 3 and out and having negative yards on that opening one. Let's see what they can do here. All right. No A.J. Brown. Giving us a little A.J. Brown look on the sideline. Eagles, 1st and 10 from their own 23. Hurts in the gun, Barkley to his left. Dotson slot to the far side. Motion across the formation is Smitty. Hurts takes the snap. 4-man pressure, stops, throws. That's caught. DeVonta Smith. He's got a first down and more.
Go, baby, go.
40. There he goes.
Go, baby, go.
Gotten up to the 50-yard line. And there's the Slim Reaper, your number one option for the day. Big positive game for Philadelphia.
Just dancing right along the sidelines.
Boy, gotta like that. Motion crossover creates one-on-one with a linebacker. I think he's a little short of the 50, but that's a 20-yard pickup on first down. Eagle offense. Barkley blocking downfield really well. Nice gain. Here we go. 1st and 10. First down of the game. Hurts 2 for 2 to start. 2:20 to go. Ball at the Bird 44-yard line. Hurts under center. Barkley the lone setback. 5 on the play clock. Hurts backs into shotgun now. 3 on the play clock. 2 on the play clock. Finally gets the snap off. Play action. Looks right. Steps up all day. Now he's going to load up. Deep ball. He wants Johnny Wilson. No, it's Goddard. He got it at the 12. Dallas Goddard into the red zone. Okay.
Where has he been? We talk about the D-line. Where has Dallas Goddard been? Get him involved over the middle.
How about the play design here, Josh? They go max protect, and they get Goddard one-on-one on a safety. It's Tyrann Mathieu. What a great throw by Jalen Hurts, and even better route by Dallas Goedert. The Birds are cooking on offense right now. 1st and 10 at the Saint 12.
Gosh, that was a great route from Goddard. Sold the corner, then went back across. Gotta love to see that. In the red zone now. Let's go.
Takes a snap. This is going to be a turn. Get Barkley. No, it's going to be a keeper by Hurts. He gets the edge, and then he's going to fall down for really no gain. I thought he could have given it to Barkley there and had some room. A couple of plays like that by Jalen the first three weeks of the season where you figure maybe he should have handed it off instead of run it. 2nd and 10. Either way, in the red zone, the Birds need 6 here. Really bad.
Yeah, we have seen a few of those. I like the fact that Jalen's willing to run, but you're right. There's been a couple moments where I don't know if it's the defense faking or tricking that it is a keying on Barkley, and then he's keeping it when he shouldn't have, but it almost feels like it's never a bad decision just to hand it straight off to Barkley.
44 seconds to go in the first quarter. Probably your final play. 2nd and 10 from the Saint 13. Hurts, pistol, takes the snap. 4-man pressure, looks right, throws. Let's dump off to Barkley. He's got a long way to go to even get back to the line of scrimmage and bounces out of bounds for a gain of 1. So 2 kind of iffy play calls here in the red zone, Josh. 3rd down and 9 upcoming, and the Birds do not have to snap the ball again before the end of the first quarter.
Well, Saquon caught it. Only a yard, but sorry.
Yeah, they're not going to snap this. Not going to snap this. They're lining up with 10.
That's fine.
10 on the play clock, 10 on the game clock, 15 on the play clock, and Hurts is... No, he's not going to snap it. They'll switch ends.
That's
End
right.
of 1.
Let the crowd die down a little bit. You know, they're very loud here. You can even hear it on the broadcast, but got to be crazy there. Hurts 4 for 4, 67 yards. Bad start for the first drive, but hey, chance here to tie it, even if you don't, as long as you don't do anything stupid, but a chance to take the lead starting in the second quarter.
We'll take it. We'll take it as we go commercial break. 1,700 people watching. Appreciate you guys hanging out here. Be sure to give the show a thumbs up. We're at 217 on my stream, approaching 500 overall. Good start, Josh. Listen,
we can do that.
3 points is fine. You tie the game up, we would take it at the end of one quarter. But come on, we have got to get this one into the end zone. 7-3 would be an absolutely massive start.
Yes, it would. It's weird because we have... I mean, technically, we would view this as a slow start, but Michael, I'm sorry. Damn, Josh, why do you got to do that to him? I'm just making a joke or Saquon. Come on, I love Saquon. We all love Saquon. But it's a slow start of the sorts of, obviously, you didn't score a single point in the first quarter, but if you do get a touchdown, you go up. This is what we were talking about in the brief pregame because my camera was not working. It changes things because the Saints have, let's be honest, look, they're a great offense. They've played really well. They're averaging, 42, 44 points a game, crazy numbers. But they have not had to, so far, prove, all right, hey, a little bit more pressure. Maybe you start to get behind. If especially if the Eagles defense can play like they started out and you force another stop, you go up and get another score, then this whole game changes because the Saints now have not been in this spot before. And, you'll see, can they dig themselves out of a hole? Do you start seeing even more of an Eagles pass rush? There's a lot of reason to be positive. We talked about it earlier this week, and it's like, hey, I know what we've seen so far, but it's early, and you can see there's some reasons where maybe this thing changes.
Going to be very interesting to see exactly what they'd call here on 3rd down and 9. As we're still waiting to come back from commercial here. Oh man, what a start! What a interesting start. That Goddard, man. Isn't Dallas Goedert crazy, right? Dallas Goedert is probably a top 3 tight end in the entire league. He almost guaranteed is. And on any other team that doesn't have 2 superstar wide receivers and a superstar running back, he's probably getting 10 plus catches a game, right? Like he is still one of the most athletic and best pass catching tight ends in the league. And yet he's been very quiet late last year and even the first 2 games this season, and get him involved early with a screen, hit him on the deep play across the middle, get you in the red zone. And so far, getting 88 to football, good things seem to happen. Let's see if you can do it in the red zone here on 3rd down and 9. 20 on the play clock, Josh. 29, 19, 18. Here we go.
All right. I think I'm like 1 second behind you, but we're basically there. So, 3rd and 9. Come on, here we go. Trips left, Jalen in the gun, 12 on the play clock. He's taking signals, looking over Potential signals there for the O-line of 4 on the play clock. Going to take the snap. Looking left, now over the middle. Going to fire. It's picked off. You've got to be kidding me. It is picked off in the end zone again, and now it's Tyrann Mathieu trying to return it to the 15, brought down at the 17. Are you kidding me? Like, if we don't, why is it in the red zone? What if you don't turn the ball? At worst case, it's a field goal. Intended for Smitty. Oh, my gosh.
All right, let's see what he's looking at here. Yeah, he's looking for Smitty in a zone, and it's kind of late, and it's not a great route. Oh, you can't turn it over in the red zone. My gosh. Yeah, you can't. Yep. Interception each week, Josh. 3 straight weeks he's had one. Goodness gracious. The training camp, no interception stuff. Oh, my gosh. I just want to scream. Just want to scream. Terrible.
Man, you got to be kidding me. How many times? How many times? And it's in the situations, too, where it's like you're getting points. It's not even, I know turnovers are always costly, but it's like you're about to get points. At worst, tie the ball game up. Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, see what the defense can do. Ball at the 19 now. Saints have it under center Carr. Fake handoff, pass rush coming. Jalen Carter, pressure and incomplete. Carr barely gets it away, but Jalen Carter was right there in his lap.
He's working hard right now. It's a tall task for your defense, Josh, because going down 10-0 would be absolutely devastating, but defensive line has played well. They're still playing well here. 2nd down and 10. You got to get a 3 and out. You got to bail Jalen Hurts out here after that terrible interception. You got to bail him out. Come on.
Yep. All right, 2nd and 10
Carter's
now.
Been good though. Sorry, Carter's been great so far.
Definitely, yes. The whole D line really. I mean, defense has been solid. Only 3 points. Carr in the gun. Kamara to his right. Now Kamara shuffles over to the left side now. Carr takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Has a little bit of time. Throws it left side complete. Kamara pushed out of bounds, but short of the sticks. Going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Pushed out by Zack Baun.
It's a good tackle by Zack Baun. He's in pretty good coverage here. It's just a simple 6-yard out. And when you're Alvin Kamara's shiftiness versus Zack Baun, who is very athletic, that's why he's one of the starting linebackers, hard to get a stop and an incompletion. And so you hold him to 3rd down and 2 now to start this 2nd quarter. Come on. Come on, guys.
All right. 3rd and 2. Can the defense bail him out again? Ball on the 27-yard line. Carr in the gun. Kamara to his right. 2 seconds on the play clock. Gets it away. Takes snap. Fake handoff. Looking over the middle. It's batted down. Incomplete. Yeah. Incomplete. I couldn't tell. Was that Sweaty?
I think it was. As Jalen Carter still John.
What's he
with Derek Carr? You got to calm down, Jalen.
Come on. What are we doing?
Let's make sure this isn't Jalen Carter. Either way, they got to stop. Though. Yeah. It's huge.
Big time.
Let's see.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, it was Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter. Yep.
But I'm laughing at the pulling guards of the Saints just ran into each other there on that play. That was comical. Man, let's chill out a little bit there.
Got to chill out a little bit. He's fiery. Wow, what a stop. It looked like good coverage on the back end. They were trying to get Shaheed across the middle, and Blankenship was in pretty good coverage, but back-to-back punts now for the Eagle defense. How about that?
Big time. All right, here's the punt. It is away, and it is a high booming punt. Fair catch signaled and caught there by Covey at the 21-yard line. So flip the field. You were in great position to get 3 points. Jalen and offense are going to have to go all the way down, but the silver lining is the defense has still shown up. Only 3 points allowed. It's 3-0, 13:54 to play in the 2nd quarter.
All right, yeah, that's bailing Jalen Hurts out, Josh, with a terrible red zone pick, which, again, Jalen Hurts is an Eagle quarterback, and so he's going to be under the microscope every single game he plays. But what made Jalen Hurts so good, Josh, in 2022 was he didn't turn the ball over, ever, and they scored in the red zone. This year, barely can score in the red zone, and he's turned the ball over now 3 straight games to start, and they've not been good picks. I mean, nearly every single pick is like a boneheaded decision, a bad throw, a late throw. You just wonder if he's kind of maybe deciding where he wants to go with the ball early on that interception there in the red zone. You just needed to get points there against a high-scoring team, and thank goodness the defense bailed him out.
Yeah, he was looking at Smitty for quite a while, and Matthew Fitzpatrick with 5 says, Hurts can't read a defense. We are not good. Don't know that I'm going to go that far of saying that we are not good and that Hurts can't read a defense. He's adjusting to an offensive coordinator, but that one there, it did appear that it was constantly just staring at Smitty. Now, on the same token, and it's easier to just say this in the heat of the moment rather than looking at the film and what does the tape show there, it didn't look like the best route on DeVonta. I don't know necessarily, was he supposed to kind of keep that as a deeper route? I don't feel like he was, because that's usually one of those, you creep behind the second level of the linebackers and then you cut in front of the safety.
Yep.
And he was kind of doing it more as just a rounded off pattern there. So I don't know, but yeah, that's one of those that you definitely want back, because at worst case scenario, again, we're talking about a 3-3 ball game instead of a turnover. But also, Charles, appreciate it. Welcome to the Let's Run It tier membership. So there you go, access to the membership level. And then Chris Duffy with a 2 for the super chat here says, "Is it sad Hurts' interceptions don't surprise me anymore?"
No, because I don't think it surprised anyone. 21 picks in his last 25 games, I think, is the number. Also, Josh, 0 touches for Saquon Barkley, besides that 1 catch there in the red zone for 1 yard. So he has 1 touch, I would say. 0 rushes for Saquon Barkley so far in this game, which is pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Did not see that one happening.
Nope.
That's a strange one.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, appreciate you guys still hanging it out in the chat. We are almost up to 500 likes combined.
All right.
So get a few more of those. Again, we've said it before. The streams that have gotten over 1,000, we've won, if you believe in that sort of thing. If not, it just helps out the show. So we still appreciate the support either way. Eagles offense is going to come back out on the field. Also, real quickly, Swipe says that's a big body route they're talking about.
Yeah, you would think it'd be
one.
Goddard,
So,
right? That's kind of who you would want running that route, right?
And Grant Barton says DeVonta sold too. So there's takes on both sides. But let's see, can the Eagles make things right? At the 21, Jalen takes the snap. Handoff, Barkley does get a touch. Met immediately at the line of scrimmage. No gain there. And that is Demario Davis with a good tackle.
Yeah, we just complained, obviously, about Saquon not getting touches, but if you're the Saints defensive coordinator, you obviously know that if he hasn't had a single rush through a quarter in 2 minutes, he's going to get one here to start the drive, and so you sell it against the run. It's an easy stop for a gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9, right? You got to kind of mix in Saquon Barkley, not just once and then don't go to him. He needs to get the ball almost every single possession. Almost one of every 3 snaps, it feels like, should go to Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, but when you're not expecting it, hopefully, but we'll see. Gain of half a yard, technically 2nd and 9. Jalen under center. Handoff. Barkley gets through a hole, has some space up for a first down and more up to the 12-yard gain, and does get the first down. At first, I thought he got blown up, but it was the blocker next to him, and he was able to move past. Who was that got just lit up? Was that Calcaterra?
I think Calcaterra is coming across to try to seal the edge here. And he gets absolutely leveled by the Saint linebacker. But he did his job, because that linebacker would have leveled Barkley. Gain of 12, big first down.
All right, here we go. First down now. It's going to be Hurts. He's going to scramble now, take off and run to the left side and gain about 5 or 6 yards before he does duck out of bounds. So it brings up a 2nd and 5.
We talk about Hurts' decision-making, Josh. This is an RPO, and he is supposed to throw this across the middle on a slant. It is completely covered, and he basically double clutches and is able to run for positive yardage, what would have been either a pick or at least an incompletion. That's a good play by Hurts. Positive gain. He got 6 now, 2nd and 4.
Okay. Ball up to the 39-yard line of Philly. So getting close to midfield. See if we can get Saquon involved here. Jalen 4 for 5, 68 yards, but does have the pick, obviously, from the red zone last time. 2 on the play clock. I don't know if they'll give it away here. Hurts does. Takes a snap, handoff Barkley. There is a flag, though, and a false start. Okay.
It's 1 second on the play clock, Josh, and we false start, right?
Yeah, that's an instance of crowd being incredibly loud. You're going on the silent count. You probably, I would envision maybe Mailata looking up ahead and sees the play clock in front of him, knowing it's about to be snapped, but 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, well, it's at least not a hold on 1st and 10 to absolutely nuke the drive like they've been known to do the past couple of weeks. So 2nd and 9, though. More Barkley touches needed. Here we go.
Let's see. Jalen in the gun. Saquon to his left. Goddard out far left side. Now motions back into the slot. 4 on the play clock. Jalen pointing over, trying to direct things. Sees the blitz coming. Now takes the snap. Quick outlet to Covey. Gets it at 30. Tries to make a man miss. Does. Gets around him to the 40. A first down. Covey pushed out of bounds. Gain of 12.
This is great by Everybody involved, Josh. They came with a safety blitz right in the nickel slot, and it was picked up really well by Lane Johnson. Hurts saw it pre-snap. He points it out. That moves the protection to the right there. They hand him off well, and then he goes hot to Covey, who has to make a man miss, and does, and gets the first down. We talk about Hurts versus the blitz. He's been really good so far this year. That's another great example. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. Really good play.
Love to see it. How about Britton Covey? Ball at the 45, though. 1st and 10. Now screen pass to Goddard. Right side has some blockers. Pushes past almost a first down, but a gain of 9, where he's brought down and brings up a 2nd and 1. Mekhi Becton went down. I don't know if he's...
I think he's okay.
Just slow? Okay, I saw him.
They're going hurry up, too.
Okay.
Josh, Saints are bringing a lot of pressure. Back-to-back play calls to get the ball out quick. It's been positive so far. Maybe could back the pressure off a little bit from Hurts here if it continues.
There we go. 2nd and 1. 10:37 to play in the second quarter. Saints leading 3-0, but the Eagles on the move. Jalen Hurts barking out orders. Got Saquon to his right in the gun. Smitty and Dotson far side left. Smitty in the slot. Look a little bit confused there. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. Jalen having to move out to the right side. Pass is complete, but shouldn't have thrown it. Goddard loss of 5.
Yeah, we talk about blitzes, Josh. That's that's another 0 blitz. Everyone's coming, and Goddard's the hot here, but Hurts is a little late to him. And like you mentioned, it really shouldn't have been a throw. It should have been a throw out of bounds to not lose yardage. They lose a couple, it'll be 3rd and 5. Also, can we just say that it's an all-out blitz, and they're running go routes on the left side, which doesn't make sense. There is one route that's less than 10 yards on that play. That's what we hated last year.
It is, and you saw Smitty and Dotson look at each other and kind of shrug, so I don't know if they didn't get the call or Dotson's not in tune with the offense, even though he said he is. Nonetheless, 3rd and 5, big play here at midfield. Jalen takes a snap, only 3-man pressure, has some time over the middle, completes to Gainwell short of the sticks, though. Going to be brought down 4th and 3.
It's just infuriating to run plays that are on 3rd and 5 that don't go past the line to gain, right? This is just a simple slant route by Kenny Gainwell, or a drag route as they call it, as the Eagles offense is staying on the field, which I would not do here, Josh. I would punt this ball.
What do the analytics say here?
I would punt this ball, Josh.
Do you go for this?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure Sirianni's run all these simulations though, right? Like he's done this. He knows what he's doing, apparently. 4th and 2, or I don't know what you... It says 4th and 1 here. There's no way it's 4th and 1. Yeah, at least a 4th and 2. Jalen in the gun, takes the snap, handoff to Barkley. No, it's a fake. Goddard, complete, first down. He got it. Woo, he got it. First
down,
like I
said,
up to the
Josh,
39.
I would go for this 99% of the time. I have no problem with that.
I think
that's
I
a great play
misheard
call.
you.
I love it.
I don't think that I actually heard you say that, but okay.
I was saying it, that's the
good.
right play. Yeah, I love it.
Perfect.
This is that simple RPO pop pass, right? You can actually read the end, give it to Saquon, and if you don't want to give it to Saquon, Goddard's running a little out route, and that's all you need is 3 yards. He got 4. And a beautiful play design. We love it. And, the Sirianni haters for play calling last week, that's going to chalk one up for, onions on Nick Sirianni. Good play.
That was terrifying. Hit the like button for that one, though. Converted the 4th down. Keep the drive alive. 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. 1st and 10, Hurts in the pistol. Handoff to Saquon. Met immediately, and the Saints are keying off of Saquon for sure. Gain of nothing.
Boy, Josh, you just take away the interception and Hurts, much like last week. Really good. 9 for 10, 92 yards. But that pick has been the real difference maker here. Barkley has one positive run, really, over 5 yards. That was the 12-yarder earlier on this drive. He's been pretty quiet, though, which means they're selling out to stop him. DeVonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, the ghost of Jahan Dotson, who seems to still not exist in a Philadelphia Eagle uniform. Someone's got to win. They're getting one-on-ones all over the place.
Here we go. 2nd and 10. Hurts in the gun. Saquon to his left. By the way, Tyler Steen is in for Mekhi Becton, so we talked about a potential injury. We'll have to see. Hurts looking over the middle of the field. Now has a little bit of time. Some pressure. Rolls out left. He dropped the ball. He fumbled it. It's recovered by the Saints at the 48-yard line of New Orleans, and that is another turnover for Jalen Hurts. It's another drive. Another turnover.
Strip sack on the edge. Somebody gets beat. I think it's Lane Johnson, and Hurts holds the ball too long. This is, come on. We're 5-6 seconds away, and Hurts is trying to scramble away and careless with the football, and it falls out of his hand, and it's another turnover. Goodness gracious. You can only ask your defense, Josh, to get so many stops following terrible turnovers, and this is just another bad one. It's infuriating. It makes you just want to pull all your hair out. You just can't have this. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
How many times? That's the question. How many times is this going to happen? It's a turnover in a situation, and you converted a 4th and 2 that there's a lot of teams that would have punted that football. Let's be honest. We were talking about that before. I know that you enjoyed the play. You appreciated that because they converted on it. But like, to be that aggressive, it's like you're talking about at least get points on the drive, capitalize on it, do something. You get in the red zone, you throw an interception on the previous one. You're moving the ball down the field. Even if you don't score a touchdown, you're probably, because you're in Jake Elliott range anytime you're past the 50-yard line, just don't do anything stupid. And I get the fact that, it's not like Hurts sees the rusher there, so he's not, he's trying to run and make a play, but it's just a case in point every single time we're talking about, well, there's a interception, there's a fumble, and I'm not going to lie, it's certainly getting worrisome with the amount of turnovers. I will say that. Let me get to some of these super chats. I missed several of these earlier as we were in the action stick shift. Appreciate the 5. Eagles D-line's playing great. Yes, hopefully they can keep that up because, my gosh, we're going to lean on the defense. T-Son, the 2, if Smith goes in front of the safety, that's a touchdown. Yep, talking about the INT. It's kind of on both. This last one here, O-line and Jalen. Philip with a 3 says Goddard can get open. Let's feed him a bit more. Start to see a couple of those at least, but yeah, nothing, not all Smitty. Get the offense there. And then Tony S with a 2 saying the offense is too talented to be wasted away like this.
Feels like it. Yep. It's, listen, Jalen Hurts, again, 26 turnovers in his last 21 games. He leads the National Football League in turnovers over that span. He is turning into a turnover machine, and it is killing Philadelphia. They are moving the football on the Saints defense. They are doing exactly what we hoped that they would do. At worst, it's 3-0, or worst, it's 3-3. They're in field goal range when he turns this ball over on a second down play. So, 6-3, right? Yeah. You have a lead. You're rewarding your defense. Oh, just the stuff of nightmares, man. It's just how many more turnovers can you have? And again, he looks slow, Josh, running away from a pass rusher. This is something that you shouldn't be able to even worry about. You should be able to run away from that guy.
You're right. He really should. Again, we talk about how many times do you win a football game when you lose the turnover battle, and you're sitting here at 0-2, 7:20 to play in the second quarter. Now Carr handoff. Kamara left side has the edge. Baun trying to push him out, but not before a gain of about 5 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, it could have been a lot more. Good play there by Kamara, but I think this is Lane Johnson getting beat here by Richardson. But again, this is, let's count. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4, 5, 6. We're at 8 or 9 seconds before Hurts gets touched, right? If people are not open, get rid of this football. You got to expect a very, very athletic front 4 from the Saints to be chasing you from behind. It's got to be better awareness.
Absolutely does. 2nd and 5, handoff to Kamara. Now has a hole, breaks through, and gets almost the first down. Good tackle by Reed Blankenship. It'll be short by a yard. Brings up a 3rd and 1.
Jeez. Jalen Carter blew up the left guard there. He absolutely obliterated whoever that is for the Saints left guard, but it didn't really matter because Kamara was able to still find a hole and gets you down to 3rd and short.
Got Nelson Carroll saying, getting very hard for me to keep defending Jalen. CJ saying, I don't know about y'all. I'm losing faith in Hurts. Call me Rod, starting to become hard to defend Jalen Hurts as well. Same thing for Matthew Fitzpatrick, ready to admit, I'm right, Hurts is bad and we are not good. A lot of those takes. It's hard. 3rd and 1, though. Can the defense stop him? Carr under center, fake handoff to Kamara. He's going to drop back, trying to find time. He's got a man complete, first down, brought down just short by a yard by CJ Gardner Johnson, but the Saints keep the drive alive.
I like Gardner Johnson jawing there as if he made a great play, but it's still a first down, right? It's like, okay, you tackled him for a gain of 2, but they only needed 1 yard, so it doesn't really matter in the end. I like the fire. Defense is playing well, but man, they just... How many times are we going to ask them to bail out the offense, Josh? That's the question. Hey, we need you to not give up any more points. I know we keep putting you on, our side of the football field virtually. Can you stop them one more time? It's a lot to ask versus the Saints offense.
It's really too much. It's unfair. As Carr now under center, motion left. He's going to take the snap. Kamara met immediately, blown up there. Jalen Carter with the first hit, and Jordan Davis makes sure to finish him off. But the bread man showing up today.
He's been, the best defensive player on the field so far today. This is the Jalen Carter that we thought would be completing for Defensive Player of the Year. This is exactly what you would expect, and they are not doubling him today. And maybe it was kind of a challenge by the Saints offensive line to say, hey, Carter's done nothing the first 2 weeks. We don't need to worry about him. Let's just focus on some other things in a simple zone blocking scheme, and blows right through it for a loss of 3.
There you go. There's your answer. 2nd and 13. Carr now left side. Kamara complete. He's going to be pushed out of bounds, but a gain of about 4 yards, maybe 5 yards. We'll call it 3rd and 8.
He was double teamed that time, Josh, in case you were wondering. They decided to make sure the tackle and the guard held on to Jalen Carter, but a good breakup and a good tackle there by Nakobe Dean. He had a blocker in front, but not enough to really warrant what would have been a big play, but a nice job there by the Eagle defense. Ball's at the 40, Josh, so you're looking at a really long field goal if they don't go any closer. A big chance here on 3rd down and 9 to get off the field again.
Come on, defense. Let's get a stop here. Carr in the gun. 9 seconds on the play clock. 4:10 to play in the second quarter. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Looking over the middle. Got to take a deep shot. Left side. Has a man, Shaheed. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh,
Good
my
play.
gosh.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, Quinion. I think he punched it out at the last second. It looked like Shaheed had a touchdown. And Quinion Mitchell able to make the pass break up. Oh, my gosh. I thought that was
an out and up, Josh, and he is beat. But the closing speed of a Quinion Mitchell, I think this is just slightly underthrown, Josh, and that means that he has just enough time to get that hand into there and stop the touchdown. Great play by Quinion, and it's going to force, which we're waiting to see what the camera angle gives us here. Is it a long field goal or a punt? I think it's a long field goal. Wow, dodged another bullet, huh?
My gosh. We just asked this. How many times can you...
They did it again.
He's fortunate, I guess. Looks like they're going to punt it, too. Okay, this is going to be a very short punt, I suppose. 4 on the play clock. 4:02 in the game clock. The punt is away. A very brief one there. And they're going to try to pin Covey, who fair catches at the 7-yard line. So Eagles ball at the 7, 3:55 to play in the second quarter. And it's the highest scoring barn burner we expected. Saints leading 3-0.
Josh, if I would have told you Hurts turns the ball over twice with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, what's the score? I don't think any of us would have said 3-0. I think 21-0 might have made some sense. I think 14-0. Wow, the defense has been unbelievable. But it's just sickening too, right? Because you have great offense. I have a hair in my mouth here. Excuse me. You have great offense the first 2 weeks, especially in that Falcon loss. The defense just couldn't seem to get the stop whenever they needed to on that final drive. Hurts turnover aside. Mm-hmm. Now you have the good play by the defense. The defense is giving up 3 points to the number 1 offense in the league right now, and yet all it takes is a couple of nice throws from Hurts, and you have a lead, and they just haven't been able to do it. As that was Cooper DeJean, actually, Josh, for fielding that punt. By the way, that was not Covey. That was DeJean.
Oh, you're right.
Covey's
I didn't actually see that.
Britton Covey is injured, is what I'm reading here.
Oh my gosh.
From my wife. So that is going to be interesting to see who is the receiver that comes in for Covey, who's had a couple of nice catches early on in this game. Lane Johnson is also out, by the way. Fred Johnson is in for Lane Johnson. So bad to worse now. Your entire right side of the offensive line is now hurt.
You got to be kidding me. Well, if we wanted to know what our record was without A.J. Brown, it's not good, understandably. And if you want to know what the record is without Lane Johnson, it's even worse. So that's not a good omen. Hopefully it's something minor, I guess. We'll keep everybody posted on official updates there. Man, you're right, though. Like, I would have expected it to be like a 21-0. I mean, just getting blown out. As Matt is saying, Broncos up 17-0 on Tampa.
Wow.
So the NFL is a weird thing, Sometimes you get some strange stuff there, but
where is Lane Johnson? That is my question. Where is he in the tent? Is he in the locker room? It's a shoulder for Britton Covey. He's questionable. But all right, well, Fred Johnson, somebody who, again, kind of barely makes the roster as the swing tackle, as they did cut downs a couple of weeks ago, and credited the fact that he was probably close to retiring until he got back into what is the best offensive line unit, at least coaching-wise, with Coach Jeff Stoutland. But, man, he's got a big test today, Josh, a big test.
Supreme Rich is saying Lane Johnson is sick. I didn't see it before, I guess, but I guess that's I'll take the word for it because Fred Johnson is there. Chad saying turnovers killing us, so hopefully we don't see more of that. Tony S. D playing so good and O's wasting points. Yep, we're seeing Lane on the sideline now. Vomiting for a while.
Jeez.
Golly, that's terrible because if it was even remotely possible, he would still be out there fighting.
He looks rough. All right, Fred Johnson had to have known. Oh, come on. Backed up.
Fred Johnson. Can we do something here with this more makeshift O-line? Jalen takes the snap, right side, complete. Goddard has it, but the gain of maybe a yard or two brings up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, you go quick throw. right over the head of Fred Johnson. That's what makes sense, right? I believe that they had Cam, I'm blanking on this best pass rusher for the Saints, Cam Jordan there lined up one-on-one. And so something we're going to probably see a lot of as they move a lot of their pass rush and blitzes to Johnson's side. You got to expect them to do some chipping and help if Fred Johnson starts to struggle here, Josh. As Lane is getting, he's got Big Dom with his arm around him, walking him gingerly to the locker room.
In a really bad way. All right. Doesn't look like, I mean, we'll see. It doesn't look like he's coming back. Keep everybody updated. Second and 8, 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Jalen takes the snap, has a blitz coming, taking a deeper shot. Right side has Goddard. Oh, and it hit him in the hands, I believe. Just couldn't hang on. 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it's a fade route to the right. Working on a safety. He tried to drop it into the bucket here. Goddard's looking the wrong way. He has to turn around, and it does kind of hit him in the hands, Josh. That could have been a big gain. Now you got to be mistake-free, though. 3rd and 8 backed up inside your own 10. You've gone punt, interception, and fumble your first 3 drives. You got to get, at worst, a punt here.
Not the drives you're wanting. Be smart about this. Come on, 3rd and 8. You got DeVonta. Johnny Wilson is out there. Also, Jahan Dotson and Grant Calcaterra. Jalen takes a snap in the gun, has a delayed blitz coming. Now 3-man pressure. Left side, it's complete. Johnny Wilson breaks a tackle, and he's got a first down.
Wow.
First down up to the 17-yard line. That was dead to rights, about 4 yards behind the first down marker, and he's able to pick it up.
There's catch number 1 for the 6'6" pass catcher out of FSU. We talk about routes that don't go for a first down on 3rd and 8. This is a 3-yard route, and he makes a man miss and then lowers the shoulder on Lattimore. It's a big boy, Josh, and that's exactly why they drafted him in the 6th round and loved him in training camp. That is huge to get the defensive break and to move, at worst, the field position up to the Eagle 19.
There you go. Ball
Where's
in the
Saquon
18.
Barkley, huh? Come on.
2:30 to play in the second quarter. Eagles have 3 timeouts. It's a handoff to Saquon up the middle, has a hole, and pushes forward before he's down after a gain of about 5. Brings up
positive
2nd and 5.
There you go. Again, 5-yard gain. That's fine on first down. 2nd down and short. Running behind Steen and Johnson. And that is something we talked about, Josh, all off season long. If injuries were to happen, they have backups. And Steen was the starting right guard for the start of camp. Got hurt. Becton won it. Never gave it back. But you still have a 3rd-round draft pick with a lot of experience in there at right guard right now.
Jalen gets the... No, he does not. It looked like he got the snap off before the 2-minute warning. And they didn't. That's a weird... Why do you have the 2-minute warning?
Clearly got it off.
They say
get it off.
They say he didn't.
Wow. I thought he clearly got that. I thought he very clearly got that.
You know, I don't know if that's on Jalen. It looks like he was told to probably snap it before, I would assume. But that's a strange look if you didn't actually want to run that because you have 3 timeouts and you're thinking, okay, you have confidence. Let's still try to move this down the field and get points. Instead, you're effectively losing the 2-minute warnings. You still have 3 timeouts, but now you're going to have 2 minutes left, 3 timeouts, ball on the 23, 24-yard line. Can you move the ball down the field enough to get into field goal range? Or, I mean, it'd be great to get a touchdown, but anything in field goal range tied up before the half?
Mekhi Becton has run out of the locker room, back on the sidelines. That's good news there. Looks like Johnson is going to be, I mean, my guess is they're going to give him a lot of IVs and try and see how he does, put some bananas in him, try and just get some, he's being evaluated for a concussion. That just happened. The Eagles have tweeted he's being evaluated for a concussion, so he's throwing up after what would have been a concussion. Oh, wow. Okay, so that is really bad. He is clearly not going to come back in.
Jeez. Oh,
wow.
Hopefully he's okay, but that's, I mean, we're talking about concussion with throwing up. That is, my gosh.
Okay, all right, well, Fred Johnson, you are up. That is what is going on. Make sure you hit the like button as the Birds are still only down 3. That's the positive right now, huh?
Yeah.
And hit the subscribe button if you love the Birds and love our live streams and our shows during the week. We appreciate that. 2,300 people watching right now, which is huge. We appreciate you guys.
Heck yeah. The Eagles, by the way, let's see. I was going to try to find that stat. So with Lane Johnson, they are 90 wins, 54 losses, and 1 tie. Without Lane Johnson, they are 14 wins and 22 losses. So you go from a 63% win percentage to a 39% win percentage.
Does this count though? Because
that's
of,
what I don't know how you.
He didn't start, or he did start.
I don't know how you phrase that. It technically probably does not count. But I think it's everyone understands the element that Lane plays on this team. But it's like, you combine that with new right guard in there. Not that Tyler Steen can't be effective, but A.J. Brown's also not on that side. I felt like, injuries, we were great through week one. Through week one, you come away from the injury report, you're like, oh, that's fantastic. We had, one guy who didn't practice? Yep. And then, man, it's really gone further left. It looks like Becton, something with the left hand.
His hand. Yeah.
Wow, and
he said he's fine.
Grimacing.
He just mumbled he's fine.
He's don't want to see that. But yeah, they're I guess could probably go in if he needs to. Okay, officially 2nd and 6 after the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to play, 3 timeouts for the Eagles, 9 on the play clock. Jalen in the gun, Saquon to his left. It's going to be a fake handoff there, RPO to Dotson. Complete, has some blockers, and first down. Gets about 11 yards there. Finally call Jahan Dotson's name before there is a flag, though. Please.
They're getting Wilson on a hold here. So right as I was about to say, the ghost of Jahan Dotson has finally returned. It's not going to matter. So 2nd and 6 is going to go down and be 2nd and 16, I believe, depending on where they spot this one. Yeah, Wilson's in the slot, just trying to block. Grabs the shoulder. That's a bad penalty. Philadelphia's had these on a lot of screen passes, whether it's RPOs and an eligible man downfield or simply, a hold. They've definitely had problems with that. 2nd and 15 now on a drive that you could go and take the lead before halftime, Josh. Remember that.
It's 1 step forward, 2 steps back is basically what it's looked like so far. 2nd and 15, Jalen gun, Saquon to his right. He's got Smitty far side right. Takes the snap, 4-man pressure, getting pressure, dump off to Saquon, completed the 10, pushes up and pass till the 17-yard line. So gain of about, 2 yards, 3 yards?
The problem now is that the Saints, because that pass goes out of bounds, the Saints do not have to burn a timeout. So with 1:49 to go, you have a 3rd and 11 and all 3 timeouts for Derek Carr in this offense. So, oh man,
it could get worse.
First down would be big.
Hopefully not. Oh, come on, guys. Let's do something. Answer the call. Show up. 3rd and 11. 1:49 in the second quarter. Still 3 timeouts for the Eagles. Goddard comes in motion. Now Jalen takes a snap, 4-man pressure, no blitz, has a little bit of time. Now going to roll out to the left side, trying to find a man, still has time, throws over the middle, complete, first down, Smitty, up to the 31-yard line. He's brought down. That'll be a first. 1:35 to play.
Boy, hurry up. All the ripping of Jalen Hurts, this is vintage Hurts, right? Bails out of a pocket that starts to collapse, rolls to his left, and then throws back across his body for Smitty for a big first down. They're going quick.
Here you go. Jalen takes a snap now. 4-man pressure again. He's got some time. Now he's going to get pressured, take off and run up the middle. Has a little space. Up to the 37, breaks a tackle to the 40, to the 45, to 50, and out of bounds at the 49 of the Saints territory. A big run from Jalen Hurts, and plenty of time. Still 3 timeouts now. This is totally flipped on its head for this drive.
What I just say, Josh, vintage Jalen Hurts again. He gets pressure in his face. He ducks out of it, makes a man miss there, bounces off those 600-pound squatting legs, and runs for a massive gain here. Worth noting, Fred Johnson was one-on-one. They chipped the previous play with Saquon Barkley to help out. That time on an island. Really good job in for Lane Johnson. Birds offense moving now.
They're going to have to ask a lot of them from the defense or the offensive line today. Now it's a 1:11 to play in the second quarter. Ball in the 49 of the Saints, or the 48 of the Saints territory. Jalen takes the snap. Little blitz coming now. Rolls out to the right side, firing a deep shot and towards the sideline, but it is incomplete. Smitty wants a flag. Not going to get one.
Yeah, it looks like he got pushed a little bit by a Debo out of bounds. No flag called. No harm, no foul, though. 1:06 to go. Josh, I'm going to keep singing Fred Johnson's praise. He takes his pass rusher, lets him run upfield, and then just swings his arms and throws him by him, allows Hurts to step up in the pocket. Really good job by him, and Tyler Steen was locked in one-on-one as well. I think you could have gotten a penalty there. A lot of contact throwing DeVonta Smith out of bounds on the ground. 2nd and 10.
It did kind of look like that one. You're right. All right, 2nd and 10, ball at the 48. Crowd is very boisterous at this point. Jalen takes the snap, has some time, plenty of time, looking left, now middle, now completing. It's just short of the first down to Dotson, I believe. No, that was
Paris Campbell.
Who's that? Paris Campbell. Sorry, that's about a 7-yard gain. So 3rd down, and the clock is stopping. Looks like.
Birds
so we got a
timeout.
Eagles. Okay. So 2 timeouts remaining.
Good time in the pocket by Hurts. He doesn't bail. He slides a little bit to his left and finds Campbell, who bobbles it. Remember, he was a practice squad guy. Thought he'd be wide receiver 3 to start the season. injured, loses that battle. He's activated today for the second straight week with A.J. Brown being out and makes his first catch of the season and sets up third down and short here, Josh, and what's probably 4-down territory because it's 3rd and 3, and you're plus territory with 58 seconds left. I think you're probably going for this if you don't get it. And you got you have 2 timeouts left here. This is Saquon run. Try and get the first, and if it doesn't work, then you go for it.
Great play so far. I mean, O-line injuries. Steen held up well. Fred Johnson held up well. I was not surprised, or I was surprised to see Paris Campbell, but here you go. 8 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 3 officially. Jalen Hurts in the gun. Left is Saquon. Motions out. Smitty to the right side. We got a false start. Fred Johnson.
Dang it.
Brings up 3rd and 8 now.
It's the announcer's jinx, Josh. We're talking about him. Greg Olson's talking about him on the broadcast. 3rd and 3 comes into 3rd and 8 now. Just a killer. He's been great. It's just the noise. He's trying to get a jump start here and a passing down. And what would have been, they would have thrown this ball, and he's a tad early. Got to rush it off. Still have a chance to get a first down here. 3rd and 8.
Golly, it's not over, but man, you want to see that for 3rd and 3. Changes things for 3rd and 8 play call. 58 seconds. You got to think about the practice. Fred Johnson thrown into the moment. Silent count. Loud stadium. Can they do an empty set here for Jalen? 5 seconds on the play clock, and the Saints looks like they're going to take a timeout. Didn't like what they had lined up, so.
Jeez, 3-0, Josh. 3-0 with a chance to go down and tie or take the lead to stop the half. What an opportunity right now for the Birds. It's crazy. Oh, man.
Appreciate Kai with a 5. I didn't see this until a lot earlier, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on in the chat because I've been so ingrained in the game. But Sean and Frank play nice. Frank walked the pup at halftime. It's only 3-0. Everyone relax. Josh, spread your optimism. Y'all be negative in a 3-point game. So that's
there you go. We'll take that.
We could be positive. Yeah,
I agree.
It's not over. There's ways that they could do this thing. It's continues to feel like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Nelson Carroll with a 2 also says put Becton at right tackle and Steen at right guard.
No, you can't move things like that. No, that's not going to work. Becton, he's played the last 2 months strictly at right guard, and Johnson's been playing strictly at right tackle. Or sorry, Fred Johnson has been. So you don't want to mess up the mojo. It makes sense, and they're not going to do it. Here we go. 3rd and 8.
Big 3rd and 8 here. Saints showing blitz. Smitty in motion to the right. Jalen Gunn takes the snap. Only 4-man pressure. Has time. Over the middle. Deep shot. He's got it. Got it. Complete. 25-yard line. Brought down at the 22 or the 23 in New Orleans territory. 48 seconds. Clock is ticking. Eagles still have 2 timeouts.
Save those timeouts. That's what Dallas Goedert does best. It's a deep over route, working on the nickel cornerback. Kind of leans his shoulder in to create separation and then pushes off for a big gain. Here we go.
All right, ball up to the 25. Now Jalen takes a snap, has a little time over the middle. It looks like everyone stopped, but I guess we're still going. Throws the ball out of bounds. Incomplete. That was weird. It looked like half the team was playing and half was not.
Yeah, and it took 10 seconds, too, just to stand around and throw it out. So 27 seconds left. 2nd and 10, you still have 2 timeouts, Josh. All plays are open. I don't know if it's probably too late with 27 seconds left. You sneak a quick draw to Saquon and try and blow one up through the middle. That would be
I don't mind that.
Depending
I don't mind
on the
that
look.
call. I mean, you're right. They got 2 timeouts. If they're showing something where they're a little bit of a light box or 3 men, we'll see. The Eagles have had the ball 11 minutes and 12 seconds this quarter. That is insane. 27 seconds left in the second quarter. Eagles still have 2 timeouts. Jalen takes the snap, 4-man pressure. Looking over the middle, still has some time. Now gets away left side, complete. Barkley, a gain of about 5, brings up 3rd and 5 at the 20-yard line of New Orleans. 22 to play in the second quarter.
Got out of bounds to stop the clock. They still save those 2 timeouts to be 3rd and 5, like you mentioned. 4-man pressure with 1 man sneaking in a little late there. It hurts his feet. He just shuffled once to his left, threw that football in the out route to his man in Saquon Barkley, and it's going to be 3rd and 7. He didn't get as many yards as we thought he did, but still a chance for a first down. At worst, Josh, you're kicking a field goal and tying this game at halftime, right? Do not turn the ball over.
Got to be smart. Got to be smart. Come on, 2 timeouts remaining in the half for the Eagles. It is a 3rd and 7 officially. Jalen takes the snap. Another 4-man pressure. Looks over the middle. It is complete. Going to be short of the sticks by a yard. Paris Campbell. And there's 15 left in the first half. Time is ticking now, and they finally stop it here. So there's a timeout taken by the Eagles.
Kick it. Do not go for this. Kick
And
it. I was wrong. I was wrong on the fourth down earlier, Josh. You got to have points here. You have got to have points. You have to kick this.
I agree with you, but Sirianni is talking to Jalen on the sidelines like they are going for this.
No,
I think they're going for it.
You can't. You just can't.
He's going for it. He is talking to Jalen like they're going to go for it.
But what's the play call, right? If you tush push, you got to burn your final timeout.
I know. I think that's what he's telling him. I think he's saying we tush push timeout, and then we're going to run one play and try to.
No, I hate this.
Oh my gosh, I don't like this. I don't like this call either. There's 14 seconds left. Just kick the field goal, take the 3 points. You go into halftime tied because, as you said, that best case scenario here. I mean, yes, you could try to maximize it absolutely and get a touchdown, but come on, let's be realistic. Best case scenario, you get the field goal.
My gosh, here we
gosh.
go.
This is.
Do you
stupid.
have a tush push
this is idiotic
here?
This is idiotic. There's no. This is so stupid. Tush push. Here we go. 1 yard. You need a full yard. This is a full yard here. Jalen takes a snap. It's a fake. Barkley to the left side. He's going to try to push forward. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. It's a fake tush push that you don't get, and it's a turnover on downs. And Sirianni.
Take the points. Why do we not take the points?
That is a fireable. That's a fireable play call. What on earth are you? What are you going to accomplish? You get a first down, then you kick a field goal. You kick a field goal from 2 yards shorter. It's Jake Elliott.
And they're running to the side of Brent Calcaterra, right? And who's been just anemic blocking. Gosh, I mean, okay, I know, right? Analytics, just take the points. Take the points.
No, I don't like that.
Golly. I'm so sick.
That's ridiculous. I'm seeing everybody. Stupid. I know that there's overreactions and people like, fire the coaches, fire this, fire that. That's a fireable. What on earth are you doing? The Saints kneel the ball. You're going into halftime.
If they lose by 3, can we just take the damn points? Like literally just 3-3 is such a win going into halftime. It is such a massive win. Oh my gosh, I'm sick. It's just terrible. It's just they literally did everything right. Okay, you take away the 2 turnovers, and this is an Eagle dominant first half. I mean, everything is going correct. It's just, what are you doing?
It's inexcusable. It is inexcusable. We talk about like different play calls, who calls what, offense, everything else. Sydney family says Nick's a problem. I've been optimistic. I've been trying to say, let's like maybe. What analytics, what situational football, what does that do for you? You really think you're going to catch the Saints sleeping enough? Because in my mind, he's assuming what? A fake tush push results in a Saquon touchdown? Oh, cool. Everyone praises him. Wow, you caught the Saints sleeping. That's not ever going to happen. That is not going to happen. It's totally different from a throw to Saquon where he drops the ball and you lose a game, where it's like it technically was the right play call. If he had caught it, the game would have been over. You can disagree. You can argue with, yes, that's not a great situation. This is idiotic. There's no argument. I mean, I can't wait to hear him try to talk circles around what his thought was on that. But you cannot explain that one away. That is miserable. I've got to go. I'm using the restroom and I'm too heated. So I'll be back.
It's literally a 3-0 game, right? It's not a shootout. It's not like your offense has been scoring at will. You have got to take the points when you're presented them, because Jalen Hurts has turned the ball over twice, costing you points 2 times, right? At worst, you get a field goal on the first interception in the end zone. At worst, on the fumble, you're getting another field goal, 6-3. And at worst here, you're getting another field goal. It's 9-3. It's a completely different game. I mean, truly, it is just mind-blowing. As Cranky Cletus, Josh is running the stream. I can't throw your super chat up. I see it, though. Hurts and coach need to clean this up. Defense and Goddard coming to play. P.S. Josh, you have me and timeout on your chat. I'll tell him that whenever he comes back. Sorry about that. I'm done, says Damon Sanders with a 2. I appreciate that. I see Jarky Beef saying a high school coach would go for 3. I mean, you just take it. You just take the points. And the problem is now, if the Eagles win this game, everyone will forget about this. Who cares? They won the game. We're super pumped. It doesn't matter. If they lose this game, that is going to be the issue right there. We are going to come back to the Hurts turnovers and just an idiotic decision to not take the points and go, what are we doing? You're 1-2 now. It's just mind-blowing. Mind-blowingly dumb. It's Philip Yang again. Josh runs the stream, and so I can't throw it up right now, but I see it. I appreciate the 17. Fire the Eagles head coach. If they lose this game, we're going to see a lot more of those. That's going to be bet your bottom dollar. It's going to be oh my gosh, it's crazy. Shady says beyond pathetic on the day the D-line shows up. The offense sucks. Fire the damn coach. They haven't stopped beating themselves like last year. It feels like it. It feels like they have not been able to get the skeletons out of the closet, right? To just dust up the cobwebs and play just a complete football game. It's just mind-blowing that we are at this point as PJ Vasquez with a 5. Last year we had run the ball signs. Now we need some take the 3-point signs. WTF, I agree. Oh my goodness, it's just idiotic. Absolutely idiotic. It's just mind-blowing that we are at this point right now, that this has been happening. Where was the tush push? Well, see, that's the thing, right? It's just too cute, right? You're just playing too cute because everyone's thinking, wait, why would they even tush push here when you got to burn a timeout? What if it's a fake? And sure enough, there's the fake. It's just, R. Cannoli says a first down does nothing for you there. Very true, because at worst, you're going to have 10 seconds left and then no timeout. So you get one chance to throw a touchdown and you're taking the points anyway. Just take the points, man. Come on, just take the points. All right, let's check in a couple of scores here. There's some wild scores. The Giants are up 21-7. 2 Malik Neighbors touchdowns over the Browns. Packers 20-7 of the Titans. Bears 0, Colts 7. Texans scoreless, down 14 as we approach halftime in Minnesota. Chargers 10, Steelers 7. And the Broncos, I mentioned earlier, beating up on the Bucs right now, 20-7. They get a field goal going into halftime, Josh, as everybody is furious because it doesn't make sense. Even if you get the tush push, Josh, right? Tush push, timeout. You have one play with no timeouts left to maybe throw into the end zone for 20 yards. Like, it just doesn't make sense to do that in a 3-0 football game. It doesn't make sense.
I agree. There's just no words for it. It's totally inexcusable.
Infuriating. Unbelievable.
I mean, it's totally fireable offense. There's no way that you explain it. We were trying to be optimistic before, but you could still win this game.
Says fire Nick Sirianni during halftime and bench Carson Wentz. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. The crazy thing is, Josh, is that this is at worst a 9-3 game right now. You are getting an all-world defensive performance, and you have no points to show for it on offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just mind-boggling. It's just absolutely mind-boggling.
There's
my
simply
goodness.
no excuse.
And I was saying, whenever you go ahead.
I was going to say Chad with the super chat here. You may have seen some of these already, but I was flashing them up. But
go ahead.
Nick has to go. I'm sorry. Why? Cranky Cletus with a 5 said, Hurts and the coaches need to clean this up. Defense and Goddard coming to play. P.S. Josh, you have me in timeout on your chat. Do I really? I didn't put you in timeout.
Get him out of timeout.
Somebody else may have put you in timeout. Somebody let Cranky Cletus out of timeout. I didn't do that. Sorry about that, if someone did. DeRilly, thanks for the 2. There's no way we didn't kick that field goal. Shaking my head. Damon said, I'm so done. Philip Yang with a 17. There you go. Says, fire the Eagles head coach.
Interesting number there, Josh. 17.
That's true. Yeah,
I've
seen 17. I wondered if there's a reason for that one. I'm missing it. I'm just,
Nakobe D.
My mind is just, I don't know where it's at, quite honestly, because right now, I can't explain any of that away. There's no reason that should have been a play call. I mean, it's like a 5-year-old playing Madden. It's like, just go for it, because like there's no rhyme or reason for why you do that. And heck, you have 2 offensive linemen out anyway. 2 offensive linemen out. Grant Calcaterra blocking. Even if you convert it, you're still kicking a field goal. You have Jake Elliott. It's not like we're talking about, it's a 64-yard attempt. Maybe we can get it to like a 55-yard attempt. If we get like 9 yards or something. Like, even then, I would say, just kick the field goal. But you're at the 20-yard line. It's going to be a 37-yard attempt. Less than 40. Yep. Just kick the field goal.
And you get the ball at halftime. After halftime, you get the football. You go 2 for 1. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm going to go and I'm going to go
you got it.
Refill. I'll be back. Ugh.
It really should be. We should have the lead. I mean, it should be a tie ball game at the absolute worst, even with terrible play calling and turnovers. It could be 9-3. It could be some touchdowns even. But I mean, my gosh, at worst case scenario, it should be 9-3, and Eagles get the ball back at the start of the second half. Let me get to some of these other super chats. Sorry, I was heated and needed to take a break, so I left quickly. But 5 from PJ Says last year we had run the ball signs. Now we need some take the 3-point signs. WTF, bro? Quite honestly, that's right. We need something. It says Sirianni, wake up. Mike, he doesn't call the plays anymore, and so the question is like, hey, what do you do here? What does he do? What does he do? What does he do that's a positive after this? I can't. There's no way to defend it. I don't know. Donnie with a 2, Jalen playing hero ball and bad calls. I don't know, man. I'm with you. D. Luckett with a 5. This game's frustrating. Frustrating me, making me lose some hair. Defense looks great. Coaching sucks. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I may be going bald before too long if we have some more of these. I mean, I'm literally just sitting there thinking, did that just happen? Did we really just not run a play at that instance? I don't get it. Man, that is unreal. Ryan, I missed your comment from earlier. Let me get to that. Sorry. Member for 10 months. Shout out to you. Said, I've been extremely patient with Nick. I've been hopeful that this team will pull through, but I can't put up with it anymore. Nick needs to go. You're not alone. I'm seeing so many of those. Yeah, I can't explain it. There's nothing. I would love it if anyone could please explain to me in like legit seriousness, what is Sirianni hoping to accomplish there? What do you expect to do by going for it in that situation? There is no reason ever to run that play. I'd love to know too, like what Jalen was thinking whenever he's getting that conversation from Nick Sirianni. Like, hey, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run the tush push. We're gonna run a fake tush push. We're gonna get the first down. We're gonna call timeout. We're gonna play one more play. I assume that's what he's trying to do. Oh my gosh. Dylan, what's the point in having a top 5 running back and arguably the best kicker in the league if we're not going to use either of them? You're right. I don't know. The Eagles time and time again. Sirianni time and time again. Not doing what seems to be the obvious. I just Sydney family with a 3. Say commentators on Nick's reach play say why, or reach plays say why. Yeah. It's where I think everybody's at. It's what on earth. Don with a 5. Thanks for that. Didn't get a comment.
Oh my
Don,
goodness.
But Andrew with a 2 says fire Sirianni, put Stoutland as the head coach. I've seen several of those comments as well, Andrew.
Oh my gosh.
Again, you can make some other instances for Sirianni, but I don't know if Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman are watching that. I mean, they are, but in the moment watching that, what on earth are you like? What conversations are you having between you two after that doesn't happen? First off, before they even, as they're running the play, what conversations? And then secondly, when that doesn't work, I would be fuming. They'd be like, we brought back this guy. Like, we had the conversation. We changed the coordinators. He gave up some power, but he's really going to go for it in that instance. That I can't even. Yeah. Shouting
Josh,
into the void. The other one I was going to say real quick on that note. Shouting to the void says, can we please look at Nick's Caesars account? Looks like he's got money on the Saints. That's honestly the only thing I can come up that makes some sense at all.
Josh, if it's a barn burner, if your defense can't stop anybody, if you're down 17 to 3 right now, sure. 3 points doesn't make a lot of sense because it's still a 2-score game. But when you are playing perfect defense against the number 1 offense in the NFL, your defense has done everything for you, bailed you out multiple times when you've turned the ball over twice already. You take the points in a 3-3 game and you continue to say, hey, we are going to score. We are moving well in terms of actually moving the ball down the field. The defense is playing great. Just sit back and oh man, it's infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating. It's unbelievable right now. If they lose this game, Josh, this is all we're gonna hear for a whole nother week.
I mean, and rightfully so at this point. This is a game that you should be up. We were saying a second ago, but it's like you should be up 9-3, worst case scenario. 9-3. The defense is playing well. You get the ball to start the second half. You go down. You take or extend the lead, make some plays, and yet no. Like it's got to always be difficult. Yes, Jalen has certainly had several faults with turnovers, and then Sirianni is going to make some boneheaded, idiotic decisions that I cannot. I mean, you got to think to yourself, this guy's an NFL head coach, and I know we've said that on several other times that he's made decisions or he's done stuff or said things, but it's like, please explain to me what you're doing there in that type of situation. You don't have to have a PhD on the NFL or play calls or be a seasoned veteran. You can be just a casual observer of the NFL and go, wait, what? Why on earth would we not just kick the field goal there? Because you're going to kick it anyway. There was not enough time left, and you had to use a timeout after you use a run play anyway.
It's amazing that we can just be casual fans. And I feel like the fan base obviously knew what to do there, and yet the head coach doesn't. And again, tush push, whatever, you don't have your starting offensive line at all. And then you run the fake tush push to the side of Grant Calcaterra, who cannot block. As they've kicked this one away, Josh. Let's make sure we're synced up here. They just kicked it away if you need to reset yours.
Yep, just saw it. Going to be a return here, and Kenny Gainwell bringing it out to the 20, slips up at the 20, still not brought down, though, and be able to get back up for another 3 yards or so. So at the 23-yard line, it looks like is about where the Eagles will start on offense. And
how about this, Josh? Ball control. 26 plays, 134 yards, 10.5 minutes versus only 20 yards of total offense from the Saints, and you have not scored a point.
Nope.
It's punt, interception, fumble, turnover on downs, your first 4 possessions.
Totally.
And that turnover on downs was 93 yards. You've been driving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just want to go crazy.
We appreciate all you guys still hanging out, though, as we're trying to see if, somehow they salvage this thing. Everything's going against them, including their head coach. But here we are. Eagles ball at the 23. Jalen in the gun. Calcaterra motion. Handoff Saquon. Makes a juke. Has a hole. Pushes up to the 30 and all the way up for the first down. And there's a 10-yard gain. Why don't we do more of that?
Josh, Grant Calcaterra is obviously the a pass catching tight end, but he's in these running down situations. He almost feels unplayable as a blocker. He truly feels like you can't use him because he's so bad. He almost broke the snap up there coming across the formation and barely got out of the way essentially for a good run by Saquon Barkley, which, by the way, not enough touches for 26. We'll take the first down though. A nice offensive drive here can really turn things around. Come on.
See if we can make it happen. Ball on the 33-yard line now. A new set of first down. Handoff Saquon again. Right side has a little bit of a push and makes the first man miss before he's brought down. A gain of about 4. Brings up a 2nd and 6.
Again, a nice play there. Running the football for Saquon Barkley. He gets 4. We'll take it. Fred Johnson still in. That sounds like not a surprise. With a concussion, Lane Johnson is not going to be coming back onto the field. And it is still Tyler Steen as well. So it looks like your entire starting right side of the offensive line is not going to play the rest of this day, and they're going to have to go ahead and hold on and keep moving the football.
Yep. As it looks like I think Lane and Britton Covey officially ruled out by the Eagles. So 13:35 to play in the third quarter, basically an entire second half. Jalen taking the snap, 4-man pressure, going to throw it. Looking left side, has a man complete. Saquon has to make a man miss, slips, and falls at the 40. So it's a third down coming up now, 3rd and about 3.
Jeez, if he doesn't slip here, Josh, he probably gets the first down, right? And again, coming out after halftime, you've probably made some sort of adjustment, something, right? And Peyton Manning says they don't do a lot of talking in the locker room, but still, do not immediately punt this football. Come on, give us a drive, right? Offensive line still blocking very well despite the injuries. Comes a 3rd down and short. Need this on 3rd and 4. Big time. Play clock at 13 for me, Josh. 12, 11.
Here we go. Jalen directing traffic. Trying to check with the protection. 4 on the play clock now. Gonna have to get it away. 1 does get the snap off. Handed off to Saquon. Has a whole first down and a little bit more. Gain of about 7 yards there. So he'll push forward and bring up a first down. That was a good play call there. A good check from Jalen.
And I think you're right. This is a check, right? 3rd and 4, probably a passing down. He sees man coverage and decides, let's just run it behind Landon Dickerson and a pulling Jordan Mailata, who seals his linebacker and gets Saquon in open space for a first down. Nice couple of play calls here, getting their best player on the field in 26 the football. Their 11th first down. They've more than doubled the Saints so far. 0 points to show for it.
That is unbelievable, quite honestly. Here's a first down now, handoff. Gainwell gets the carry. Left side has a blocker, Steen, and now helps to gain about 6 yards there. There's a flag on the play, though, so this is probably coming back.
How many times does this happen? And it's Grant Calcaterra, dude. He is unplayable in running downs. He is absolutely unplayable. You could not play him on running downs. He cannot block.
Well, I was going to say this. He shouldn't play. Like, I'm sorry, but he shouldn't play. He's not a help enough on the passing game to be out there on the run game. He's either going to hold if it's a good block, which obviously is not a good one, but just to try to contain somebody, or someone's going to blow up the play every single time. First and 20.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, how many times? 11:45 to play in the third quarter.
Does John Dotson exist yet, Josh? Is he a real person?
I don't know. Maybe. It's a myth. Jalen, fake handoff, throws over the middle. Complete first down. Oh, just short of it. Wow, good catch from Smitty. Had to contort his body backwards, and it's going to be 19-yard gain, 2nd and 1.
Smitty working in the slot, right? He's going to find the hole in this zone. Hurts has to get this one through the linebacker and behind DeVonta Smith. It's a really good throw, honestly. I think he put this right where he needed it to be. Even better contortion of the body. You mentioned it, Josh, there by Smitty. 2nd and 1. Now 2nd and 2. They backed it up one. Hit it with Saquon and keep the drive going. Here we go.
Jalen now takes the snap, handoff to Saquon. That's what they do, and they get a first down right behind a pulling Landon Dickerson. Gain of about 4 or 5.
We talked about keys to the game, Josh, pregame, right? We said long, slow drives, running the football, slowing down this pass rush, keeping Derek Carr and company off the field. They've done all of that. They just haven't been able to convert any of these drives between turnovers and play calls and just horrible things happening the first 4 times they've touched the football. This is working really, really well. Nice, comfortable passes, max protect, run behind the offensive line. Let's keep it going in this ain't territory.
Jalen now in the gun, trips left. Saquon next to him, 7 on the play clock, takes the snap. It is going to be another handoff to Saquon, has a hole in the middle, and he's able to go for another 5-yard gain. So look at that. It's easy enough at times whenever you just stick with it, and sometimes they deviate for no reason, but it brings up a 2nd and 5.
We got to give credit to the offensive line, Josh. If I would have told you, I keep saying this, but you lose both of your starting right tackle and right guard, that they would still be not only close in terms of points, but also looking pretty good in run blocking and pass protecting. We all would have said no way, right? They have done that so far. They've held up well, and they're paving really nice lanes without Lane Johnson for Saquon Barkley, who's now up to 48 yards on 10 carries. 4.8 yards per carry with a backup offensive line is really good.
There we go. Tyler Steen with a great block in the last play. See if they do it again. Jalen now, it's going to be a little option. Pitch to Saquon. They have to get the corner, and he cannot. Tripped up, a loss of 1 yard. That was a really good play made by Tyrann Mathieu.
Your lead blocker is Grant Calcaterra on that play.
Get him out.
It just is unbelievably bad, but you're now in field goal range, Josh, okay? We talk about not being stupid.
Lovely.
You're in field goal range now. Don't blow it. Gosh, I hate this play call, though. Grant Calcaterra is running the option here in terms of being your lead blocker.
Why?
It's just disgusting.
How many times do we just want to keep going to something that is it's stupid. It is idiotic. It's not going to work. It's insanity is what it is. It's the same play over and over and expecting a different result with a guy who cannot block. 3rd and 6 officially. 4 on the play clock. Jalen in the gun. Takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Barkley to left side and met by Chase Young. Only a gain of 2 or 3. It'll be a 4th and 3 at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, it's just infuriating that you have 6 yards to gain and you run not an inside zone, it's an outside zone read, right? The inside zones have worked. Getting the edge has not worked.
Hey, guess what?
And they're not going for this, are they? They're not going for this.
They're going to go for it. Because, if you went for it on a 4th and 1 when you were going to kick a field goal and should have kicked a field goal in the first half, then why not a 4th and 3, 4th and 4 and go for it? Because we don't really want any points, insanity. Right? Like we're just gonna maybe come away with 0 again. Here we go. 4th and 3, 4 on the play clock. They're not going to snap this, surely. Smitty in motion. They do. Jalen Hurts in the gun. Has a little bit of time now. He's pressured. He's going to get sacked, and that's...
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. What are we doing? Is Jake Elliott dead? Did he die? Did he not show up to the game? What are we doing? What are they doing? That's 12 points they could have had so far just in field goals. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Am I insane? Is Jake Elliott, is he a real person? Is he hurt? Did someone abduct him? What is going
Oh
on?
my gosh.
He has to be hurt. Jake Elliott has to be hurt. There's no way he's not hurt. There's no way he's not hurt in a 3-0 game. There's absolutely
no
no
explanation.
way. There's no way he's not hurt. There's no way he's not hurt.
Take the points. If I'm the defense right now, if I'm Vic Fangio, I'm sitting there going, Sirianni, what on earth are you doing? Why are we not doing that? The defense is doing a dang good job. You can win this game with your defense. And I'm
gonna go insane.
This is so infuriating.
I must be insane. I'm in an alternate. I'm being punked. Right? Jake Elliott must have gotten hurt pregame. Nobody told us. That has to be the answer.
We're living in an alternate reality here. There are no words. I'm running out of words to explain any of this. You thought surely, right? Surely after halftime, Sirianni might think to himself, oh man, that was a really bad play call. Let's maybe tie it up for once. Let's tie it up, get some points on the board to have any kind of momentum, anything. Nah, let's just keep it with 0.
This is unbelievable. This does not make sense. I cannot wait for the post-game press conference. The first question will be, Nick, for the 9th time, what are you doing? And he'll say, some 4-minute roundabout answer where he goes, well, I thought we felt pretty good about analytics. I'll just shut up, man. I'm so sick and tired of this.
Yeah. The analytics say we should just go for it every time.
You're 1-1. It's a 3-0 ball game. Your defense is playing out of their mind. The Saints might not score again tonight, right? Or this afternoon. You need points to beat them, right? We got to get some points to win this game, right? I can't. Oh my god!
You would think so, unless the rules change.
Crazy.
Maybe the rules change. It might be just the team that goes for the most 4th downs in a game wins the ball game. But I'm
going crazy.
I think we all are. Let me get to these super chats. I apologize because we were in the heat of the moment again, and this is just it's great. We're reliving the same thing over and over and over. I can't understand it. I mean, maybe they could just go yank Sirianni right now. Could we get an in-game firing? Does that happen? That'd be good. Let's see. Jasper with a 2. Put Big Dom at head coach. You could. They're showing the play again here.
Let's see. Is Goddard wide open here? But by the way, Josh, this is 4th and 3. There's not a single route less than 5 yards except for one person. So you have to then hold on to the football. Oh my, it's absolutely mind-numbing.
Ball at the 40-yard line for New Orleans. It was almost picked off by Quinyon. The defense, as much as Sirianni is playing for the Saints, is coaching for the Saints today, the defense are trying to do everything they possibly can to still win this ball game. We're going to need to have a criminal investigation on Sirianni and his Caesars account, and if there's any betting on this, because man, Quinyon just bats it down. I think if you put both hands up there, you might have been able to pick it.
I think he's shocked he got there that quickly. I think he's surprised that it was that close to being a pick 6. Derek Carr stared him down the entire way.
2nd and 10 now. Toss to Kamara. Has some space to the left side and brought down, tackled by Josh Sweat. A gain of about 5 yards, though, so brings up a 3rd and 5. And that quickly, we got a 3rd down.
Derek Carr 7 for 14 for 51 yards. Like I feel like I am dreaming, and at any second my wife is going to wake me up. It's going to be 7 a.m. this morning. I still have to go to church, and then the Eagles are going to play because this whole game doesn't seem real at all. Between the play calls, the field goals, the defense playing great, I feel like this is just a really crazy dream right now.
If I told you that our 4 possessions were an interception, fumble, and 2 4th down stops, but it was a 3-0 ball game, you would not believe me. But that's where we're at. 3rd and 5. Pressure coming for Carr. Left side, and it's going to be complete 1st down. And that's Olave on cue. A good throw and catch. Q was pretty close there and covered, but that's a 1st down.
Here's the problem, Josh, right? Again, we are asking this defense to hold the number 1 offense to just 3 points because we can't score any on offense. We're not going to try and score any on offense.
No.
Again, this is a 3-3 game. Maybe you hold them to a field goal. If it's a 6-3 game, Philadelphia, I mean, the offensive decisions on play calling make me want
totally.
to
Yes,
scream.
because if it's 3-3, then even if they were to score, it's still a 1-possession game. Now if they score, we got a 2-possession game, and it should have been you leading. But pistol broken play from Carr does get it off to Kamara, who's going to break the first couple tackles and gain about 4 or 5 yards. He was 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage with a busted play, and the Saints able to get 4.
Yeah, Derek Carr turns the wrong way, whether it's Kamara or him making the mistake. He turns the wrong way, still has time to hand the ball off and gets positive yardage there. Josh, it really feels like we are desperately going to need a defensive turnover to really shift this game and give the offense what they need. Like, it's going to take someone getting a pick six, a fumble, a strip sack, something here.
I'm beginning to think it's Sirianni just crashing this whole thing. But Carr handoff to Kamara, and through the middle, tackled by Zack, Baun, and Jordan Davis. He'll be short of about 3 yards, so brings up Jordan another Davis. Third down.
Good job.
Third and 3.
That's a good play. That's a good stop. Again, they're not hitting you on any of these crazy big runs. They're doing well. Gosh, I'm going crazy. I'm just going crazy, man.
I mean, if they get a stop here again, I think if you're Howie, you got to consider walking down there and just escorting Nick out. Say, hey, I'm sorry, you're not calling these anymore.
Third
and 3. Carr in the gun. Takes the snap, handoff Kamara, right side, brought down! Jalen Carter! Is that Jalen? Yeah, Jalen Carter with a stop. 4th and 4, obliterates the offensive line.
I think they're going for this, Josh. This is a 3rd and 3. This is an outside run, essentially, and it gets blown up by Milton Williams and then Carter, who dives back across. This feels like they're going to go for it, but we need to see. We're getting a replay. I'd be surprised if they don't.
Yeah,
I would.
Did feel like a 2-play call.
I would if I was the Saints, because if you get a 2-score lead, this game's over. It feels like it.
Yeah, because Sirianni's going to mismanage it, but
they're
going to punt it.
Wow.
They're going to punt. At the same time, you could argue, hey, if you give the Eagles more field, then it just allows for more opportunities for a Sirianni botch at this point. So maybe they figure that's their best option. As the punt is away, it'll be a shorter one naturally. Cooper DeJean fields it. He's going to return at the 10, makes the first man miss, and up to the 15-yard line. So Cooper DeJean with some action there because of the Britton Covey injury, and that's where the Eagles will have the ball, the 15-yard line. When we come back from the commercial break, and does Sirianni can he stay out of the way? I mean, I think that's the biggest question at this point. Can Sirianni stay out of the way? That we should be relatively okay.
The offense has moved the football, Josh. It's what's crazy. They have moved the football. They have 239 total yards of offense with 0 points through 37 minutes. It's just unbelievable. It's just absolutely unbelievable.
It's inexcusable too. I mean, there's so many words to describe it. I'm just like you said earlier, it's one of those that you feel like you're going to wake up from. It's going to be like, oh, well, actually, this is not reality, because in what world does any of this make sense? Yet here we are, and amazingly, the Eagles are still in this game. Like, again, if we were talking about this and saying, hey, halfway through the third quarter, more than halfway through the third quarter, that the Eagles have 0 points, you're looking at me going like,
I know.
We just got to. It is a complete meltdown of enormous proportions that the Eagles are, 31-0, 28-0, just not even a game. And yet, I mean, you could go down and score a touchdown and take the lead. That feels like a incredibly far cry of hope. But I don't know,
man. I just feel like I'm going crazy. I just feel like I'm literally going crazy.
I do too. And everybody else does in the chat as well. I'm going to run through these quickly because, again, appreciate the super chats, appreciate the support. Hit the like button if you're not already. In the heat of the moment, it's been hard to get to some of these. But Aiden Sofiano says it feels like Sirianni trying to relive the 2022 season and not coach for our current team. Salah says, appreciate the two, says, if the D keeps it up, we can beat anyone. Cheer up. To a certain extent, if the offense is not being completely botched by play calling, decision making. But you're right. I mean, if the defense plays at this level, you can hang around in every game, as we're seeing. Daniel with the 2. Why are we not playing normal? Don't be ballsy with the calls. That's true. Manuela with the 2. Appreciate that. Thank you. Jasper with another 2. Sirianni thinks he's played Madden. That's definitely what it looks like. Devin with 2.
But not well.
No. Yeah, just a aggressive play call on Madden that it doesn't matter. We'll just restart the game. Devin says Nick better be booking his flight right now. WTF? Shouting into the void. It makes plenty of sense. He needs the Saints to win that big 6-leg parlay to pay off. That's more of what it looks like. Grant saying worst coach in the NFL. Elbert with a 2 says such a shame to waste a stellar of a defensive game. Yeah, you're going to be really upset if we don't.
And it's a good offensive game too. I mean, turnovers aside, they're moving the ball. Oh, all right, here we go. Come on.
It should be good enough. But ball on the 15 now. Eagles got to go a good ways. Hurts in the pistol. It's going to be a handoff to Saquon. Has room up to the 20. Makes the first man. Hurdles one and almost a first down. A gain of 8 yards there. Just keep going with Saquon.
He's been good. He's been moving the football. I mean, it just feels like you're going to need somebody to break one, and Saquon's probably the guy to do it. Break one for a touchdown and let this defense pin their ears back and win a 7-3 game. I mean, we're 4:47 to go in the third quarter. This is the fastest, feels like the fastest game of my life, and they don't have any points yet. Saquon approaching 70 yards total offense. He's been good. 13
Tony
or 15
saying
on the
D can
ground.
only hold out so long. O's got to start getting points. They do. Start with it here. 2nd and 1. Takes the snap, handoff to Saquon, up the middle, and it looks like he may have it. It's really close. It'll depend on the spot, but he might have the first. We got a flag. And
oh my gosh,
can I just guess that it's Grant Calcaterra? Was Calcaterra on the field? If he was on the field, it's on Grant.
Legal formation.
God. It is a legal formation, so we're going to 2nd and 6.
Just shoot yourself on the foot. Just shoot yourself on the foot. Yeah, Hurts is... Oh, my goodness. It's crazy, too, to think about this offense without A.J. Brown, right? A.J. Brown comes back. This offense, everything is working besides the turnovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Besides the 4th down decisions or the turnovers, the offense is working. Oh, besides Jahan Dotson being completely... I mean, what a waste of a 3rd-round draft pick. Holy cow.
For some reason, yeah, they either don't want to get him involved or he just can't, or Jalen doesn't look his way. But it's 2nd and 6. Jalen the gun takes the snap. Blitz coming. He has a little bit of time now. Looking right side. Complete Smitty. It's a 1st down, and he's finally touchdown. Just lays there, but it is a 1st down. Gain of about, 9 yards, 10 yards.
Good play there. I mean, really good protection. Fred Johnson's done an incredible job of baiting his edge rusher up the field and then just kind of letting him go right by, right? It's kind of like Tom Cruise in his F-14, right? Hit the brakes, he's going to fly right by. Each one has done that. He's had really nice pockets, too, as Jalen Hurts, and they're moving the football, right? It's been really good.
Like, that's a good analogy there, actually. I love that one.
Pretty good, right? You
Appreciate
like
that? I do, yes. Come on, guys. 3:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. It is 1st and 10. No points toward skill at the 27 of Philly. Saquon makes a juke, has a man miss, has a hole and more up to the 40, and trying to get brought down, has 3 men and carries them all the way up to the 47-yard line of Philly. One of the biggest runs, definitely the best run, I think, from Saquon today, and 1st down almost midfield.
Josh, I want to win this game for one reason only. I want to be able to bask in the glory of the play by Fred Johnson and Tyler Steen. This is a wasted performance if they lose because... oh, my goodness, they are creating... I mean, you could drive a bus through the hole on the right side of that formation that Steen and the backup Fred Johnson have made. They've been nearly perfect so far on this exact drive, but the day overall, as Barkley's running has been great. Just don't blow this. Come on.
Saquon getting a breather, now Gainwell in. Jalen takes the snap, fake handoff, has all day to throw. He can't find anybody, having to roll out. Now he does find it. He finds Gainwell. It's complete. A gain of about 7 yards. I was about to say he held on to it for too long to get sacked, but he gets it away. It's a 2nd and 3.
I was screaming to throw it out of bounds in my brain, and Jalen Hurts makes a great play and slings it sidearm, Patrick Mahomes style, to get it to whatchamacallit. Sorry, I'm blanking right here. Kenny Gainwell. There's a Matt's protect deep shot, right? They're trying to get a go route, essentially, in a deep crosser for DeVonta Smith. He's triple covered. So good decision there. The fact that Hurts was able to complete it for a gain of 8 gives them a positive set here on 2nd and 2.
Ball on the New Orleans 44. 1:48 to play in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 2. Jalen the pistol takes the snap. Gainwell there. Not going to take it. Look left side. Has a little bit of time. Taking a deep shot. He's got Smitty. It's underthrown. Incomplete.
Yeah, it's one-on-one with Lattimore, and it's kind of a weird play, right? It's just supposed to be a faster throw on the left side, and he kind of has it in the beginning, double clutches, then he has Smith open, and it's just a bad throw. He's got to throw this back towards the middle of the field, Josh, and he probably has a touchdown.
You're right. He
had someone in his face.
Yeah, last night had Chase Young, so probably not able to put enough on it, but he had Smitty, and Smitty had a yard or two.
Josh, we're at 3rd and 2, right? And now there's a flag. 12 men in the huddle. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, this is literally, we are living in a nightmare. Every time it's a short yardage situation, it's a flag or it's a botched call or whatever. 3rd and 7 now. It goes from a 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7. Because why not? Just points are impossible to score, whether it's we're moving the football or coaches sabotaging plays or penalties by the guys. This is bad. This is, wow.
and you're out of field goal range now, right? Not that they would kick one anyway, but you are
Yeah.
you are pretty
Jake's been
much
sent home. Jake's already
out
sent
of
home on
field
the
goal
flight.
range. 7 penalties on the day.
Okay, ball on the 49 now of New Orleans. 3rd and 7.
Look at this
A
off
play that
coverage.
was, we'll see. They got a lot of room. DB's back off to the sticks. Saints showing pressure. They're not going to. It's an out to Gamewell incomplete. Kenny was not looking for it, and Jalen got rid of it really quick. Total disconnection there. Jalen's telling him he should have been looking that way. It's going to be a punt on 4th and 7.
It's just so infuriating. This dumb offense goes right down the field, and they just can't convert. And again, this is a hot route. He tries to audible and do just a quick little dump off to Gainwell, and Gainwell's not on the same page because Gainwell's in on 3rd down instead of Saquon Barkley, because that makes sense, right? And they got a punt. Oh, my gosh.
If Gainwell had stopped where he was supposed to, where Jalen threw the ball, which I'm assuming is where he was expecting, it probably would have been. And it's a blocked punt. It's a blocked punt that the Saints recover. I mean, what else could go wrong? What else could go wrong at this point? You talk about the fundamentals and being accountability, coaching them up, practice, everything else. You have a coach that has no clue how to do things. Offense that's committing penalties nonstop. Defense that's actually playing really well. And then a punt group that just can't block anybody. Nolan Smith lets his guy run right by. It looked like they had extra rusher to the left. Blocked punt. It's recovered, returned about the 25-yard line. But that is just, I mean, what else can go wrong?
Is this the best team you've ever seen? Like, this team has so much talent. They're moving the ball on offense. They're horribly coached. And they're going to lose this game on a day where they've done everything right on defense, right? The number 1 offense, and now they're already in field goal range. Oh, my gosh. This is 3 weeks in. This is probably the worst experience I've ever had in my life watching the Eagles. I just cannot imagine it getting much worse.
I'm right there with you. It's going to be a handoff to Kamara up the middle, only a gain of about 2 or 3 because the defensive line, at least, if someone's going to play okay, it's going to be the defense. Defense actually played really good. 2nd and about 7. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? 284 yards for the Eagles in this game. 89 for the Saints as they go hurry up here. Kamara, another handoff. Jukes a man, makes a man miss up to the sticks and almost 1st down. I think he might be half a yard short.
It just feels pointless, Josh, because you can only hold for so long on defense, and now you back them up. You give them plus territory at your own 25, and now you're begging them not to give up a touchdown because then you'll be down 10 points, and we know you're not going to be able to score on offense.
Oh, yeah, no. Your best chance here is the only way that you maybe win this game is if you hold them to 3 points because we're not gonna score more than that. 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches really. Kamara direct snap. He's met in the hole. It stopped. What a hit! Nakobe didn't finish him off. I think that was CJ Gardner Johnson, wasn't it? In the hole, and that's a 4th down.
Got to go for it. Why not? There's no way they kick a well, maybe you do kick a field goal, right?
I mean, if I was them, I might consider it. But yeah, that's CJ Gardner Johnson again, just like meeting Bijan in the hole, and then Nakobe Dean helps to finish him off. But if CJ doesn't make, that's all on him. End of the 3rd quarter, so they'll have some time to think about it. But it does look like they're gonna try to go for it. So
I'm just
ball about the 20.
Thinking that we are going to blow this game, right? All we could have asked for is the defense playing well, and that is exactly what we've gotten. And then you have a donut from the offense, an absolute donut. It's just terrible,
how does this group go 3 quarters without scoring? I mean, I know how because we've been watching it, and you know that's what it takes. But it's like the amount of unluckiness, the amount of idiotic play calling and just stupid mistakes and not showing up ready to play and everything else to be 0 points. I mean, I don't know what the odds were on saying, hey, Eagles score 0 points through the first 3 quarters, but that would be a ridiculous payout there because it's inexcusable. I mean, same deal for the Saints. Like, who had a 3-0 game through 3 quarters? Like, the defense has played a all-pro performance from the group. Come on, you're holding the best team through, I know it's just 2 weeks, but through 2 weeks, best offensive team to right before that last drive, 89 total yards? So I guess they got another 9, so 98 total yards through 3 quarters, and you are losing this ball game? It's inexcusable. Big J with the 2 says, what the F is wrong with Nick? Sydney family, no investigation. We have the evidence. Nick goes. It's also fair. We don't even need to see if he's gambling on it. We could just tell that there's issues regardless. But Donnell says it's frustrating so much more because our defense is balling. Plus, I'm going to need Mitchell to take one to the house. Tired of being the almost team. Yeah, he's had a couple of those. But, I mean, overall, the defense is it's kind of a reverse. But even more so, the defense has played up to extreme level today, and offense is doing it no favors. The S-box, which happens first, offensive touchdown or pick six? That's a good question.
It feels like that's what it's going to take. It feels like it's going to take a pick six. It feels like that's what it's going to take.
It does.
It's just infuriating. It's infuriating to play games like this. 0 points is unbelievable. And again, they're not playing bad on offense. They have terrible execution in terms of penalties. They obviously are having terrible play calling on fourth down. But overall, the offense is moving the ball well. Just like take away the turnovers. And at worst, this game is 9-3, and the Birds are feeling amazing. We'd be fine with that. No AJ, no Lane Johnson. Just grind it out and score a couple of field goals, and you win this game. It's just mind blowing right now.
Crazy.
Now the question is, are they going to go for it? And they are on 4th and 1.
They are. Yes, we're coming back here. So as Dustin's saying, fire Nick and fire Nick for Bill. That's a thought from a lot of people I know.
Should have done that 5 months ago if you wanted to do it. Here we go.
Yeah, evidently. Yeah, see this here. 98 yards for the Saints so far through 3 quarters. They need another yard to get a first. 4th and 1. Carr with a snap. Handoff Kamara. He's met. He's going to be stopped. No, he pushed forward. Did he? I think he got it. Oh, I think he got it. Hang on. They're marking him. Looks like they might be marking him short. Did Zack Baun? Oh, I think they're going to have to measure this.
He's hit 2 yards behind the line to gain. Jordan Davis gets at his feet. They're right there, and he just drags him forward. Where's the ball? Oh, I don't think he got it.
I don't think he did. If this defense got another stop, I don't think he did because of the way that Zack Baun grabs in there and pulls him backwards. The ball, his body got past the line to gain, but the ball he wasn't able to reach it. He wasn't able to get through.
Maybe if Fox could give us a better camera angle. Jeez,
he couldn't reach it. You think?
It looked like he extended and got it.
The call on the field was short, wasn't it?
Where did they spot it? Where can we see where the football is on this stupid field? Holy cow. Give us a shot. What is it? They haven't shown us the football sitting on the field. We don't know where they spotted it.
No idea. Okay, well, finally they're going to show it.
It's short.
It's short.
Oh, my gosh. It's short by like 3 feet.
Let's go defense. I know that it probably doesn't matter because of how the offense is played, but my gosh, are you telling me they got another stop? And here's the thing:
I think you got to challenge this. If you're the Saints, it's close enough,
right? But at the same time, like, what angle are they going to get to overturn it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
I hear you because you could definitely make the case that it looks close, and the yellow line is kind of a rough estimate there. It's not exact, but wow, if the defense here, we'll see. They're going to break, obviously, to change over.
This is just insane. I just cannot believe that this is one of the wildest games I've seen in the worst way possible in a very long time. It's just unbelievable right now that this is happening.
What if, shout out to Brandon Perna because his the new worst or the new worst game ever. But like
that's this.
I probably would take the. I don't know
this is
of
probably
a worst
one of the
game
worst
ever
we've seen
because it's not even like it's hard to watch for a lot of people. Or for Eagles fans, obviously, as we're here. But it's a miserable offense. I mean, let's be honest. It's a miserable offensive game. And kudos to the Eagles defense. But, like, the Eagles are shooting themselves in the foot time and time and time again. And your coach is just trying to pull the rug out from under you to say, nah, we could have points. It could be 12-3. Worst case scenario because it's Jake Elliott. And you had chip shots for field goals. It could be 12-3. And you'd be sitting there going like, man, what wasted opportunities, blah, blah, blah. You would have a 2-possession lead. A 2-possession lead, worst case scenario, if you had taken those field goals and trust some defense. But here we are.
Josh,
3-0
wasted opportunities. The Saints have 98 yards of total offense. We are stopping the number one offense in like unimaginable ways. I mean, this is crazy. They just held them on 4th and 1. And yet we have 0 points. It's just if they waste this game, man. It's just unbelievable.
You can't make this
unbelievable.
Up. It's just it is absolutely unreal. Jeremy with the 10. Again, I'm getting to you guys, and we appreciate the super chat support. It's just we're all in the fields. I know that. Says get Skinny Batman involved. The dude's an all-pro caliber wide receiver. Find him deep. Totally agree with you. They tried to earlier, and it was like three or triple covered. So, but yeah, so if they could get something there. Dallas Goedert, maybe. He's been pretty good. Guy Jordan says, oh, just the sad trombone. Okay, that's, yeah, we've heard that. Green Wingman, maybe I deserve this one. Josh, remember the time you said it couldn't get any worse? I do remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Felt like, now granted, I'm going to try to, back my way out of this one. I was talking about the defense. I said it couldn't get worse for the defense. I don't necessarily recall saying that it can't get worse for this team. But you're right. Like, holistically, it got much worse there. They're showing the replay. Man, BG with the push there on that stop, helping
Crazy.
So it's official. It is Eagles ball. All right. Start of the fourth quarter, Jalen Hurts to Smitty. There you go. It's complete. Getting about 8. Second and 2.
37 on the play clock. Are we linked? 36. I thought you were behind there. 30. They're showing me the replay now. Oh my gosh, Dallas Goedert's wide open, running down the field. Gosh, he had Dallas Goedert wide open.
I think we're synced now. We should be good.
Okay.
23.
22. Yep. Somebody has to make a catch and run for a touchdown. It's going to take a catch and a run to go score right now.
All right. Second and 4. Jalen Hurts complete to Smitty. Gain of about 6. That's a first down. Move the sticks.
I don't know how many catches Smitty has, but he has just been consistent today. He's working. He's grinding. He's not had anything crazy, but just making plays and moving the sticks. This Hurts is now 23 of 29 for 205 and a pick. It's just... It's marching now with 14:05 to go in this game. You get your first down in the fourth quarter. I forgot I'm supposed to be calling these things, by the way, Josh. My bad there.
You're good.
As now Saquon is to the left of Hurts in the gun. We swap each quarter, and now it's my turn. Hurts takes a snap, stop, throw. That's catch. There's Smitty again. That'll be a gain of 7 before he's really blown up on the left side. He dropped the ball, and DeVonta Smith got knocked out. Oh no. That's not a helmet-to-helmet hit? Smitty's helmet's off, and he's laying on his back at the 30-yard line. That's such a nasty, dirty hit, and there's no flag. I cannot... That's so far after the play, Josh.
Golly, that's...
Oh, my gosh. You're not going to throw a penalty? Who the hell are you going to throw to with DeVonta Smith
literally no
out
flag.
Now? He blew up his head. Oh, my gosh. How is that not a serious penalty?
It's got to be something. I mean, they're going to surely look back at it, but you got to be kidding me. Hopefully Smitty's okay, but man, I mean, even the way that he hit the ground, his hands are just kind of like up.
It's obviously a concussion. He obviously just got concussed. Oh my gosh. I mean, literally, he catches the ball, and then he's being wrapped up and just kind of moving backwards, and then 9 hours later, he gets hit in the head. It's just unbelievable that just happened. How is there no flag right there?
No flag, yeah.
Disgusting. It's really disgusting.
Can't make
this whole
sense
day. I mean, truly, your only offensive person besides Saquon Barkley. Your only receiver doing anything now. I mean, what the heck do you do with him out? He's for sure concussed. He's obviously done for the day.
Throw to Dallas Goedert, I guess.
Jahan Dotson. Goodness gracious.
We asked the questions of like, oh, what if you had your guys get injured? And then it was like, oh, hey, well, that's why you have Jahan Dotson. That's why you get him.
Yep.
But I don't think that anyone imagined, especially this early in the season, that we're going to have guys go out this quickly. God, hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, hope it's not more serious than just a concussion. Seriously.
It says he sat up, got to his feet. Looks like on Twitter. That's all that matters right now.
He's walking off the field, but he's obviously done for the day. Can we get a replay? That's got to be a dirty hit. Oh my gosh.
Good night. Yeah, I'm seeing.
And now, Josh, again, let's just go back. You now don't have your top 2 weapons. And if you would have had the lead, if it was 6-3 right now, you at least have the lead. You at least have gotten your points before your best receiver left the game. But now you still have to get into field goal range just to tie it with 14 minutes left, right? Like, it's just, oh my gosh. What are they going to do without DeVonta Smith?
That was a cheap shot from Christian Boyd. Looking at the replay again. I mean, I know that we already saw that, but
and no flag.
Clear.
And no flag.
You see the instant replay. He's just taking a cheap shot on a player that is literally, like, he's going backwards. The whistles have just started to blow. The fact that there isn't a flag, yeah, you're right. It's just unreal. You got to be kidding me. That's just infuriating.
They just came back, right?
Look at that. Look at that.
How long is that going to take? And then he hits him in the head. That's crazy. That is an unbelievable play. That is not a
And
penalty.
it's totally unnecessary,
That's
too. Man.
unbelievable that is not a penalty.
Nodding his head whenever he's being looked at, but jeez, man, like, come on.
That's unbelievable. 2nd and 5 now. So it's Dotson, Campbell, and Johnny Wilson, just like we expected in week 3. Oh, my gosh. Hurts takes the snap, turn, get Barkley, big hole. There goes Saquon at 50. There goes Saquon. He's still going to the 30. Saquon to the 20. Saquon at 5. He's going all the way. Yes!
No flags! No flags!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. You got to be kidding me. Oh,
There's no way that just happened.
Do we
There's
have
no
the
way
lead?
that just happened.
Do we have the lead?
There's no way that just happened.
What?
Oh my gosh, there's no way that just happened.
They knew it was coming. That's the only talent we have left out there, basically. The only weapon you go to.
There's no way that just happened.
Saquon Barkley.
I literally zoned out. There's no way that just happened. No, that didn't just happen.
Literally.
What did we say, Josh?
Oh
You
my
just
gosh.
had to get one run. You had to get one big explosive play, and it's Saquon Barkley. And now look, there's Jake Elliott, who is alive, kicking the extra point, and it's good. Holy cow, it's 7-3.
Oh my gosh, 65 yards. Saquon Barkley.
I literally just
I'm
zoned out.
so
I couldn't
delayed on
believe what
this
I was
because
watching.
I'm so delayed on this because I'm in shock. But
I literally am.
there's
oh
your
my goodness.
touchdown. The field goal was good. The extra point was good. So we've got a 7-3 ball game. Oh my gosh. Let's play the song. For once, we can play the song. Actually, that'd be kind of cool.
They scored a touchdown.
I'm in
Holy
shock right
cow.
now.
I am literally stunned. I am literally
What
stunned.
just happened?
I am literally stunned.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. I'm literally in shock. I don't even know what to do right now.
I don't either.
Drop a like down below. If you're watching,
Yes,
drop a like.
please.
Holy cow.
We're at 870. 130 more likes combined means we win this game because we told you it's over 1,000 likes has been a win. So hit that like
I cannot
button.
believe that just happened.
Eagles.
How are we winning this game right now? What are we even doing?
Oh my gosh.
5 yards from Saquon Barkley. Oh my gosh. Everyone's saying that's for Smitty in the comment section. It felt like that was for Smitty in the comment section. I am just stunned. I'm just absolutely. There are no words right now for that play. No words for that play right now.
Well, I mean,
holy cow.
I guess that's why you got him, but I just didn't expect it to be right there. But
yeah, and you said it, knowing that that's what they were going to do. They had all the receivers in the game.
There's nobody.
Oh
I would be telling my defense, hey, they are going to run this play. 2nd and 5. There's nowhere else for them to go. If we get beat on a Johnny Wilson or Paris Campbell route for a first down, so be it. Don't get beat by Saquon Barkley. But that's the greatness of Saquon. Run right behind, I think, Landon Dickerson and Jordan Mailata on that play. Oh my gosh, we're back in business.
Counts. $20 super chat. Jake, what's up, buddy? Saquon got his first carry in the second quarter. Crazy
Let's
what
go.
happens when he runs the ball. Crazy.
Yeah, look at that. It's
wild
that easy.
thought.
It's that
oh
easy.
My gosh, I totally agree.
Let me
Love it.
Let me run some of these other ones too because we were getting behind there. But the Jeremy Lewis, the one was saying, yeah, get Skinny Batman involved. They started to.
They tried.
This was earlier, obviously too. But
none of the Saints killed him.
Let's see. There's Daniel says, of course, the defense good and the offense bad. That's been basically the entire time. But, Saquon Barkley, all-pro potential. He should be one. Tony Cadillac with another 2 says the best defense showing is the Eagles' offense. That's kind of what we've seen from the offense.
This is still the best defensive performance we've seen in probably 9 straight games, I would say, dating back to last year. This is the best we've seen.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. You hold them to under 100 yards, and we're well into the fourth quarter. Look at that play. Great block. I mean, Tyler Steen as well just took out 2 guys on that pull.
Look at the speed to get away from Lattimore, too. I mean, he
Nobody
kind of cuts
catching
back and gets away from Lattimore. $13 million a year, worth it. Obviously worth it. He might have saved the day today. We got a lot of time left in the fourth quarter, though. What does the defense have? As Braden Mann gets this one booted away. Oh, man. Give the show a thumbs up. Thumbs up the show for the Birds to win this one as they need it in the back of the end zone.
We're over 1,000 likes, too, so appreciate you guys. It exploded past it. It says 1,100 total likes. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Hit the sub button as well if he's not already. Chad Brown says the offense is a complete joke today. Chad, I know that was before the Saquon, but
still has been.
Even still, it has been a joke up until Saquon. Even the offense being bad, good players make good plays, and that was unreal. He's getting his hamstring massaged out. Hopefully that's not a super long lingering issue. Don't like to see that. It's a long run, though.
He should be
John
fine.
with a 5 says Steelers win 6 field goals. Giants win 7 field goals. Sirianni, we don't need field goals.
We don't need
Shaking
field
my
goals.
head.
That's right.
No, that's true.
Wow,
Jeremy Lewis, Fangio is looking like the
43.
GOAT today.
All right, Saints are trailing. Here we go. Ball to Saint 30. 13 minutes to go in this game. First time trailing the entire season. Takes the snap, play action. Rolling to his right is Derek Carr. Pressure coming now. It's Milton Williams. Pumps, throws. That's caught out of the backfield and will fall forward for a gain of about 4 as it's, I don't even know who that is, number 11, as they're showing a Saquon here. He's pumped up. Okay, so I thought he was like going to hurt himself.
I know.
Okay.
I was hoping.
Yeah, he's pumped up. Look at him. He's fired up, man. Holy cow.
You gotta love that.
Oh, man. All right, here we go. What a play from Saquon. Look at Sirianni hugging him. Thanks for saving my job for at least another couple of minutes.
I'm sending you my check today, man.
2nd and 7. 12:39 to go. 7-3 ball game. Carr under center. Only completed 8 passes tonight. Takes the snap. Turn, give. Kamara, left side. He gets the edge. He's got a big hole. There goes Kamara across the 40. Kamara still going, and then tripped up by Blankenship up to the Saint 49. There's your biggest run of the day for Kamara, and now's a bad time for the Eagle defense to not look good, Josh. They got to hang in there.
Yeah, D-line didn't have the contain there, so he was able to get to the edge, but Nakobe Dean gets blocked a little too easily there from the tight end. I couldn't tell which tight end that was, but he just gets pushed like 7 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Come on, defense. Again, reason why it'd be nice to have a couple of field goals to pad this lead, but you got to work with what you have. I'm spilling water over myself. Okay. Defense has got to hold on. Where's a turnover, man? Where's a turnover? Here we go. Carr under center. Ball at the Saint 48.5-yard line. Motion across the formation goes to tight end. Kamara, the lone setback. 3 in the play clock. Carr takes the snap. Play action. He's rolling to his left. Pressure coming. He throws the ball to the ground. Josh Sweat, he kind of stopped there for a second. He kind of, I don't know what he was doing there, but he got close enough. Also, Brandon Graham, incomplete. Shout out
they were
Julio,
almost
coming a member.
Heck yeah, there you go. Also, yeah, member over here. It looked like they were trying to set up a screen for Kamara, and then he ends up rolling. Carr rolls out right side, but come on.
Derek Carr is 58 yards passing today. Holy cow.
Who had that one?
Well, I started in my fantasy league, so definitely not me, but
okay.
I'll take it any
serves
day of
you
the
right.
week. Yeah. 2nd and 10, and now they got to burn a
go.
timeout because they didn't have themselves lined up. And so there you go. Their first time out of the half. So 2 left with 11:44 to go, and they're going to commercial break. Holy cow.
Low rider.
There you go.
There's some of these super chats as well, so let me make sure you get these. Perfect time for the
it.
commercial. Dex saying the D opened their eyes from the Falcons game. Maybe the offense opens their eyes after this game. You know, I appreciate the positivity. I hope so. Nice. It doesn't feel like you needed something like this from the offense to open their eyes, but if you somehow magically escape with a win in a game like this, you'll take it without a doubt, but there are so many concerns coming away from it.
Yep.
But yeah, maybe so. Stay focused. Says, I'm convinced Elliott slapped Sirianni's mom. Shaking my head.
Something. He did something. He did absolutely something.
Getting him involved. Ryan says, I think Fangio is trying to get the head coach job, fire Nick, put Fangio in charge, or we can put Kellen Moore, anything but Nick at this point.
Don't disagree. I don't disagree.
He's not made any play calls, any decisions that would, lean towards him being the guy. Jake Wallace. Appreciate the 2. Says Dotson isn't invisible. Jalen never looks for him. He did. There were a couple of breakdowns from last week's film that he missed him. That's for sure. We'll have to see on this week's. It's hard to say in the moment. Film breakdown, obviously, tell a better story. But there's definitely not a confidence built up. Whether or not he's missing him or not looking at him, there's no confidence between the two.
Yep.
With Covey out, maybe they're gonna have to develop one sooner rather than later. You're gonna need it. Especially, and who knows about Smitty, but Andy's guitar music says that touchdown aroused me. Go Birds. Go Birds.
Hey, it's a family-friendly show, but it did the same thing for me, honestly. Holy cow. Whew.
Oh, man. Ghostly with a 2. Barkley's new name, The Avenger. All right. Saquon the Avenger. I like that. It's got a ring to it. Elbert with 2. Barkley in the defense to the rescue. Yep. super chat from the S box says, after that touchdown, some fans owe Saquon an apology. Yeah, I get what I mean. It didn't seem like there were a ton of fans that are like, "Oh, Saquon's," like
Yeah,
the drop
I don't
pass.
think
It
we're
felt
blaming
like
Saquon
most
at
of
all.
them were okay.
No.
Like they didn't like the drop pass for the game, but it was like, mistakes happen. He owned up to it. But you're right. There were a few. There were a few that hated on him. So especially if you win this game after that run, then for sure. Tony with another 2 said should have been an Eagles blowout with how the D's playing.
Yes,
that is for sure.
Oh, my stream is frozen for a second. Now I'm back. 17 on the play clock, Josh. 16,
Okay.
15. Make sure we're synced up here.
Yep.
Shotgun. 2nd and 10 from the Saint 49. Takes the snap. Carr looking left, throwing a go route, and that is going to be caught by Kamara.
He caught that.
Oh, he had great coverage by Baun. That's an insane catch.
Jeez, that was.
Ugh.
You're right. I mean, Baun is right there, and he's not able to really turn his head, but that makes it an unbelievably hard catch. The ball is right over Baun's helmet, and Kamara is able to haul that one in.
Bro.
It hits off Baun's helmet.
Yeah, it does.
Golly.
Unbelievable. Wow. And now, for the first time, really, all game, the Saint offense is moving. Right when you don't need it. Come on. All right, 1st and 10 from the Eagle 25. Toss left side to Kamara. Looked like a hold, and blown up in the backfield is Kamara to Nakobe Dean. Boy, I thought they would have gotten a hold on whoever was blocking Jalen Carter, but not the case. Still, a loss of about 2. Good play there by Dean.
Looked like it should have been. You may try refreshing a little bit. I'm like 4 or 5 seconds ahead. I don't know if it...
Yep, I'm refreshing. I got 30 on the play clock. Now they're showing me Kamara.
Okay, that's what I got.
Kamara on the sideline. They got an injured Saint on the ground. They're showing me the injured 51 is down now. Another offensive lineman. Now we got Dennis Allen. I think I think we're good. We're synced up. Okay. How did the sub button? You appreciate the birds?
Ruiz.
Oh wow,
so
that's for center,
Eric
right?
McCoy was out, and then Cesar Ruiz. So,
Man.
Yeah, they're getting down to it.
Gotta hold into a field goal now. Holy cow, 4-point game. I just please let these stupid non-field goal calls by Sirianni not cost us this game today. Please, if we lose by less than 3, I'm gonna be so sick, so sick. Boy, if Baun could have just punched up a little bit, he might have had it.
God, I know that was so close. Didn't even realize it hit off his helmet the first time too. But gosh,
who wants to make a play on? Who wants to get a pick, Josh? I mean, again, my stream is freezing up a little bit here as we come back. They're showing me Carr putting his helmet on. Make sure we're linked up. Okay, good.
I think so. I've got Ruiz now. They're showing me Ruiz walking off.
Walking off.
That? Yep. Okay, should be good.
Now back to the huddle. All right. If anything, I'm like a second behind.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Showing me Kamara off to the field now on 2nd and 11. 10:49 to go. 4th quarter, Birds up 4. Here's the play clock moving to 27, 26, 25. No catches for Rashid Shaheed so far tonight. He's working on Slay at the bottom of the formation. Carr, he's going to be in the I. Takes the snap. Looking right. Pump fakes. He's going to go home run ball, and that is going to be incomplete. Darius Slay, good play.
Yep. He got beat last week from Drake London. He said he's going to be better. He's like, it's not going to happen. Good coverage there. Great position. Turns and plays the ball as well.
Really good play there. Really good play by Slay. I've called his name a lot. He's been good. Third
Jimmy
down.
Lewis,
3rd and long now.
So our defense holds them to a field goal. We can control the clock with play calling and win it. That's what it could come down to. Come on, baby. Get a stop.
Play. Come on.
It is 3rd down.
3rd and 11. Ball on the Eagle 25. Carr in the gun. Kamara to his right. 3 receivers to the top of the formation. Eagles showing 4. They come with 4. Looking right. Throws. Yes! That's going to be caught. He's short. He's hit. And he's dropped by Zack Baun. 5 yards short. A good stop by the Eagle defense. Zack Baun is back playing great after kind of a week off last week. He's been great today. Really good.
That is my guy. Heck yeah. Love to see that from Zack Baun. Looks like they're going to kick the field goal as well, understandably. There's still 10 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, a lot of time.
Zack Baun with 10 tackles in the game so far. 10 tackles. By the way, as they're about to kick the field goal or lining up for it, shout out to Sweaty on that last play because he got pressure on Derek Carr, made him throw it quicker. So D-line continues to play really well.
38-yard from the left hash is Groupie. That one's up and good. And so we have a 1-point game, 7-6 now, under 9:50 to go, and they're going to go to commercial, Josh. Haven't heard from Bryce Huff at all. It doesn't seem like Bryce Huff is going to have his first tackle of the season yet. That doesn't seem to be the case. Just wild.
Yeah,
but
he's got
I guess
Does he have
a
one
bust.
assisted technically, or are we still at the
I don't
0
think he
for that
does.
too?
I think
Okay,
he's still
I
at
didn't
0.
remember for assisted, but
I think he's still at 0. Yep.
Not good.
Oh,
Not
man.
good.
All right. All right. They are right there in it. Let's check some scores here. Giants 21-7 still on the Browns in the fourth quarter. Packers 27-14 over Tennessee
amazing.
with 9 minutes to go there. Colts 14-3 over the Bears. Caleb Williams has 2 interceptions in that non-touchdown game so far for Chicago. Vikings 21-7. They're going to go up to 3-0 if they hold on over the Texans end of the third quarter. Sam Darnold has 3 passing touchdowns. Chargers down 10, 20-10 against the Steelers. And Denver, how about another field goal? 26-7. 7:30 to go against the Bucs. That is shockingly crazy that the Broncos are going to win against the Bucs today and put them at 2-1. Wow.
Who had that? I did not. I certainly did not.
So then your lone undefeated NFC team would be the Vikings if all scores hold, right? Because the Saints would lose.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think so. The Bucs would lose, and it would just be the Vikings, because just like we thought, with Sam Darnold being the best player.
Yeah, or the Chiefs.
No, NFC teams.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
you're right. Yep. Robert, what's up? It's my guy Robert. Appreciate the 5. Says, hey Josh, Robert from the Link parking lot. Appreciate you and Thomas. My wife Olivia says, hey. How are y'all doing? Congrats to you guys. Yeah, gave them tickets at the Miami game. Actually, ran into them in the parking lot, and they were getting married in April, and so a little wedding present gift of sorts.
What a guy!
So they showed up for that game. Heck yeah!
There you go.
That's awesome. Good to see you. Hope y'all are doing well. Very happy marriage, and hopefully get the win. You know, use that motivation, use that positivity there. Also got a 10 from Robert in Slovakia, I believe. Says, hey guys, I'm watching from Slovakia, which is in Central Europe. Okay, thank you for that. Thomas, I'm sure, has been there. He's been all over Europe. Let's win. Okay, not in Slovakia. All right, that's one to visit then, I guess. Says, let's win this game, please. Been following both your channels. Thanks for your dedicated work. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Appreciate that. Really appreciate that.
Heck yeah.
All right, Josh. So you have 9 minutes left. You obviously are not going to be able to run all 9 minutes off unless you want to be, like legendary. But you got to protect the football and you got to get points. You've got to get a field goal here, because you're only up 7-6, just like we all predicted. And you do not want to lose this game if you're Nick Sirianni by less than a field goal. That is rule number 1 right now.
Gosh, how great would it be?
Please don't blow this. Come on.
Just somehow hold on, because all of the stats, all the way this game has gone, says, losing turnover battle, stupid decision-making, leaving tons of points on the board. But yet, here we are. They have a 1-point lead.
Groupie kicks us one, and it's going to be returnable. Will Shipley takes it out of the end zone. Will Shipley to the 20, and he falls across the 24. Not the best decision, but not really that bad, as he's going to be a couple yards short of where the ball would have been placed if he took a knee. And out comes the Eagle offense that will be sans DeVonta Smith. He's in concussion protocol. He's not going to play the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm. It's Mekhi Becton out with a hand injury. Lane Johnson, obviously, with a concussion. Several injuries we're dealing with. This one, you're glad that the bye week is in a couple weeks. Get out of this one, get the win, regroup, prep for Tampa, but you got to take care of things first here. Come on.
Who wants to make a play at receiver with no receivers really available? 1st and 10 from the Eagle 24. Hurts in the gun, Saquon to his right. Hurts takes a snap, play action. He's going to roll to the right and just throw this one in the ground. Good play by the defense, incomplete. Yeah, you just got to think. You really got to get into your bag if you're Kellen Moore here, because the Saints are going to play Saquon Barkley. They are going to go all out, especially following the 65-yard touchdown run on Saquon Barkley. You have got to find a way to get Dotson and Goddard the football in space and let them go. Jahan Dotson's got to you got to prove on this drive you deserve to be on this football team, genuinely, because he's wasting a spot right now. He really is wasting a spot without getting hardly any. I mean, 1 target so far today, and it got called back for a flag.
True. I mean, yeah, you're right, because Paris Campbell's getting more involvement than he is. So something, please.
2nd and 10, Calcaterra and Goddard, your 2 tight ends. Tight the formation. Got to go quick. Hurts takes the snap. Another pass now. 4-man pressure, standing in the pocket. Now it's collapsing. He steps up. Hurts is going to keep running to the left. Got a man to beat to get around the edge, and does, and falls out of bounds at the 30. That'll be a gain of 6 and bring up 3rd down and short. No touches for Saquon yet, Josh, just in case you were wondering. Not ideal.
I was
not
hoping to get one, but I guess they're trying to go with a decoy action. As we've said a lot of this stream, shout out to Fred Johnson again, because he held up beautifully with that pass protection. Gave Jalen plenty of time to step up in the pocket. Same thing for Jordan Mailata, but we expect that from Jordan. Great great blocking for the tackles. 3rd and 5.
They gave him 5. So 3rd down and 5 now, 9:06 to go. You got to get a first down here. Spell your defense a little longer. 1-point game, 5 in the play clock. Hurts is going empty. Now he's going to motion Barkley back tight. They got to go quick, though. Here's the snap. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Hurts stands in the pocket. Steps up, throws. That's going to be caught. Short at the line. He got it. Breaks the tackle. There goes down. Got it down the sideline. He's still going out of bounds. Made a one-hand catch, and he goes for 40.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness. What a catch. Hurts leads in front of him. He snags it with that left paw, makes a man miss. This would have been short, and he goes for 40. How about Dallas Goedert being huge today? He's got to be over 100 yards.
Oh, easily. Yes. And hopefully you listened to me as far as underdog picks, because I said everybody take the Dallas Goedert over. So that was an automatic gimme. Gosh, that's huge, too, because you move so far into Saints territory.
8:19 to go into Saints territory at the 42. Hurts takes the snap. Turn gives Saquon. Saquon trying to bounce off the tackle up the middle, and he's going to maybe get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't go anywhere. 8 minutes to go.
All right. At least you still commit to it.
10 more yards and you're there, and you kick a field goal and make it a 4-point game. 10 more yards.
Let's see here. Got a quick super chat I'm going to get in real quick, and I'm going to get some of the others. But a 50 bomb. Adam Chaplin says, Hey, guys, longtime fan of both channels. Love the content. Love the dedication. Keep up the great work. So glad to see your channels have grown so much. And go Birds.
Huge. Go Birds.
Thank you for that, Adam. Heck yeah.
Come on, Adam. Let's see what we got here. 2nd down and 10. 4 in the play clock. 7:34 to go in a 1-point game. Hurts under center, takes the snap. Now he's going to play fake. He's got pressure, rolls. That's going to be caught by Goddard, and he's going to lose a yard. Yeah, poorly blocked on the right side. Somebody came free and got a hit on Hurts. He's lucky to get it away. And honestly, it's a good thing Goddard caught it because it burns some more time. Although, really, time is not the main issue here. You almost don't want to burn too much, Josh, in case you don't score here. Oh, man, he could have had a shot to Johnny Wilson if he would have had time, but he didn't have any time there. 3rd and 11.
I had to get rid of it.
Borderline field goal range. This could be quarterback draw with Hurts in the empty just to get some yards here. Here we go.
That's a good point.
3rd and 11. Hurts takes the snap, looking right, pump fakes. Now he's going to roll to his left. Pocket collapsing, stops. Now he's going to throw it deep, and that's going to be out of bounds and incomplete. You got to get yards.
He looked right, and you're trying to get yards. I know it's hard to see, especially in real time, but I think Jalen had a guy I believe it was Goddard maybe, but whoever it was on the slant route to his right, if he unloads that ball immediately on the first throw, you're not getting the first down, but you're picking up 6 or 7 yards, and you're into field goal range or better field goal range. Now it's a question of, okay,
60-yarder.
My gosh.
Now they're kicking it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be sick.
Well, because the analytics say you don't want to kick it unless it's at least 60 yards, right? Come on, Jake.
His career long is 61 from the right Jake. Hash. Snap, hold, kick up, and it's no good. It's wide right. Gosh darn it! Why are we kicking now? Now you give him field position. Oh, my gosh. It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. No, the situational decisions. If the defense had not been able to do anything, then, hey, maybe let's go ahead and kick it because it doesn't matter. You're right. Pin them deep.
You also have a cold field goal kicker, by the way. You have a cold field goal kicker. They're begging to lose this game. Nick Sirianni is praying he loses this game with the coaching he's doing right now. And now the Saints are essentially 20 yards away from kicking the game winner with 6:41 to go. I'm so sick. You just get lucky to get Who wants to make a play on defense? Who wants to save Nick Sirianni's butt? Anyone want to do it? Here we go. 1st and 10 from the Saints 49-yard line. Carr takes the snap. Play action. Clean pocket. He's going to take a shot. Steps up. Here comes some pressure. Now Carr's going to bail. He's rolling to his right. Pump fakes, and now he's going to run out of bounds for a gain of 4. Wow. Good coverage there on the backside because they wanted to go deep.
Oh, my goodness. As I'm updating the scoreboard to be accurate here, but it's solid from the defense, able to limit it there, but how many times are you going to ask your defense and put them in bad situations too? Not even just ask them, but say, hey guys, here you go. Let's let the Saints have 15 yards, 10 yards before they're in field goal range.
2nd and 6, 6:07 to go, clock running. from the Eagle 46-yard line. Carr in the gun. Kamara to his right. Takes the snap, turn, give Kamara. He's hit immediately and falls forward for 1. Jalen Carter on the tackle. 3rd down.
Good stop there. Yeah,
Holy
Jalen Carter
cow.
and BG. Someone's asked a question earlier. Did Bryce Huff get benched? I don't know if he officially got benched, but for all intents and purposes, he
BG.
is and has because, yeah, BG's played
BG.
quite a bit of snaps, as
That's
it should
wild
be at this point.
Nolan Smith is in too.
Yeah.
Bring in Moro Jomo, pass rush specialist on 3rd down and 4. Maddox comes in at the nickel. Come on. What a 3rd and 4 opportunity right now. This is massive. Here we go. Carr in the gun. Just into Eagle territory at the 44. Motion across formation. Takes a snap. Turn, give Kamara. He's got blockers in front of him. Will he get to the line again? He does. 1st down. Dang it.
They sealed the edge.
Yeah. Outside. Oh, there's a flag. And Slay is hurt on the sideline. And now there's a flag. And the Eagles are saying it's on the Saints.
That does not look good at all.
Yeah, Slay looks really hurt. What's going on here? Let's see. Where's the flag here? See, the question is it before or after the 1st down? Oh, it's a late hit as the tackle drove Slay
5 yards
into
past
the bench.
He's 5 yards out of bounds, and he's still just shoving him out of bounds.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, so that's going to be a personal foul. They're going to give him the 1st down, but that is Penning, the offensive lineman, who just probably really hurt Jarius Slay.
Man, are you kidding me? Like all the injury, Lane Johnson concussion, Smitty concussion, Mekhi Becton hand, Slay, who did not look good on the ground, was writhing in pain. Haven't shown him in a little bit now.
Here comes the penalty. So they're going to say personal foul on the Saints. So they're going to back him up. That's big for field position. 1st down, though, still. And Slay is up. His helmet's off, but he's up. Limping a little bit. What a dirty play. This is an awful play.
Oh, yeah. And he knows what he's doing, too. Like, that's not a, oops, I didn't see it, didn't realize what was going on. He clearly knows.
Oh, my gosh. Now, who comes in for Slay, right? Ringo? Are they still going to not play Ringo?
Yeah, maybe Isaiah Rodgers. We finally get to see him.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Rodgers.
Yeah.
I bet Ringo's in.
Yeah, looks like Ringo's out there. Yeah,
Wow.
he's on the field.
It's crazy. Don't want to play Isaiah Rodgers for whatever reason. Again, him and Devin White beating 0 snaps after starting basically the entire training camp continues to absolutely blow my mind. It makes no sense. Unless he's still hurt, which, again...
I think he's fine by this point. Nate was saying defense looks much better. Goddard was a wild card this game. Looks good until Barkley went to the house. We need this. Need to close this game out now. Also, Squeeze was saying who looked better, Baun or CJ, to a return in NOLA. And then Red Fulton just said, is this the 2009 Saints or something? Yeah, that's what that one looked like there.
Ball back at the Saint 46. Ringo in for Darius Slay. It's going to be a 1st and 10 play. Carr in the pistol. Takes the snap. He's going to throw. 4-man pressure coming up in his front. Carr rolls to his right. He throws, and it's incomplete. And that is Thomas Booker. I thought he almost picked that off. He hit it down on the ground. BG has been all over this defensive line, Josh.
He has, yes. Putting a great pressure on him, and then Booker being able to roll out to the right, or to the left, excuse me, and put his hand up there. I kind of thought the same thing. You know, it'd be a one-handed catch, but he was right there.
Ugh.
You know, some unsung, not necessarily unsung heroes. I shouldn't say that because BG, you know, we know what BG is. But I didn't expect, hey, we're going to get this many snaps from BG and play significant level. And the same thing from a Thomas Booker. But, yeah, you're right. You're not getting it from Bryce Huff.
2nd and 10, 4:55 to go, 4th quarter, and the Saints are going to burn another timeout. Wow, that's big right there.
Okay.
So they have one left now. Couldn't get lined up. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Just got to get a stop. You just got to get a stop. You want this game so bad for the Eagle defense. So bad for the Eagle defense. They
deserve it. They've played their butts off.
Need a fumble. Pick 6. Seal this game, please.
Can you imagine? I mean, I know there's all sorts of like weird, strange scores and everything else out there, and there's still plenty of time. But what if we win this thing 7-6?
I would have never guessed.
If it's a 7-6 box score,
you could have given me 100 guesses at the score. I would never have gotten 7-6. Literally never gotten 7-6.
Never in a million years. Because it's twofold. It's one, so you're telling me that the defense limits the Saints to 6 points, and then also we only score 1 touchdown out of everything?
Bryce Huff back in on 2nd down and 10 from the Saint 46. Empty set now. Carr in the gun. Takes a snap. 4-man pressure. Clean pocket. Steps up. Fires across the middle. And that's wide open. Caught. Big gain down to the Eagle 25. Right in front of Keely Ringo's. Chris Olave. Oh!
That's way too easy. Like you said, wide open. There's just not a reason for that. Ringo gets completely turned around. He's looking for him to keep running the go route, I suppose, and that's 7 yards off of him.
Dang it. Into field goal range. So you're going to have to go down and score on offense. 1st and 10 from the 25. Takes the snap, turn give. That's going to be a run for Kamara, and he gets 5. Oh, man. You're going to have to rely on the offense to kick a field goal to win this game if they can hold.
Yeah, that's right. If the defense can hold. Otherwise, we got to get a touchdown.
Are they going to blow this game, man? Are they really going to blow this game?
There's 4 minutes. There's still time. 4 minutes. Can we get a turnover? I know that's asking way too much. The defense has done such a good job. Can we get a turnover?
2nd and 6. 3:47 to go on a running clock. Slay is jogging on the sideline. I think he's going to be okay. Ringo's still in, though. Tight coverage. Ball at the Eagle 21. Carr under center takes the snap. Turn give Kamara. Big hole left side. He's going to break it, make a man miss. Has a 1st down and more. Kamara down to the 12. And the Eagle defense is reeling. Alvin Kamara is hurt, though. The problem now is if they score a touchdown, we're really, really in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do is kick these field goals, and this game is so different. I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be so sick if they lose this game. Kamara jogs off under his own power. 1st and 10. Clock will dip under 3 minutes when they take this next snap. 1-point game. Saints finally moving on offense their past 2 drives. Under center from the Eagle 12. Carr takes the snap. He's going to hand it off again left side. He's hit immediately and falls down for a gain of maybe 1. At Jordan Davis and Milton Williams, actually. Nolan Smith also getting in on the play there. And now you're Sirianni. You got to start using timeouts, right? Don't you want to? You got to start using timeouts.
I'm okay with it not here because it won't be under like the 2-minute warning still there, and you could call it after this next play, but you're letting a lot of clock burn here.
2nd and 10. They're already in field goal range. You're going to have to go down and score. Oh, please, somebody do something good.
Jacob with the 5 saying, did Huff suit up today? Yeah, it did.
No, he didn't.
Not really.
Useless. Kamara back in now. 2nd down and 10. At the Eagle 11. Carr, 2 in the play clock, takes the snap. He's going to throw now. Derek Carr looking left. He's going to throw. It's going to be a home run ball to the end zone, and it is. Might have been caught for a touchdown. It is. Chris Olave. In front of CJ Gardner Johnson. What do you know? Oh, man. It's over. Game's over. Yep, he caught it. And they're going to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game. Yep. So you got to ask your offense to go score a touchdown now because you didn't kick field goals early on. Yeah,
Total mismanagement.
It's right that they blow this game because of mismanagement. It is right. They're going for 2. Oh, my gosh. I want to throw something. So 2:03. So you're still technically going to have the 2-minute warning and all 3 timeouts.
Yep.
You're up 5. If you get a stop here, you can go win it on a walk-off touchdown. But that is seems to be pretty difficult in this game so far.
Yeah, Jalen has struggled with the late game comeback
for
Smitty, several games.
So,
yep.
Here we go. 2-1 conversion. 12-7. Snap from the 2. Quick snap. Carr takes a snap, throws left side, and that's caught short, though. Didn't get it. Baun with the tackle.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
You know what you got to do. I mean, you score a touchdown, ball game.
Do it? You have any faith?
Very, very, very little, unfortunately. Because of the lack of offensive weapons you have. And
man,
he gets beat so bad.
He gets obliterated. What are you doing, man? And again, kicking the field goal instead of deciding to actually pin him deep and making him go the entire length. Just doesn't make sense. Just does not make sense. Does not make sense. DeVonta Smith officially out with a concussion, in case you were wondering.
Crush with the 2 earlier said, can we talk about how much the Saints are holding? Yeah, it felt like there was a couple much earlier of guys getting through holes, and all of a sudden there's no flags being thrown for hold. We've been called for holding several times, but
Boy, it just feels like Nick Sirianni is going to need a touchdown to save his job. I don't know. That's probably way too crazy to say, but it just feels like he has got to win this game for there not to be serious repercussions for mismanaging what is the best defensive performance we've seen in a long time in Philadelphia. But he has a chance to win it. So 12-7, 2:03 to go. Here comes the kickoff in a couple of seconds.
unreal.
Oh, I'm so sick. Here's your kickoff. My assumption is it will be returnable, and it is. Gainwell from his own 2. Gainwell from the 20. Gainwell slips, still going. There goes Kenny Gainwell to the 30 and safely down at the 31. So pretty good return there. Slip and all. And so 2-minute warning will hit now with 1:57 to go. And Hurts has got to go the length of the field without his top 2 receivers. And he needs 6. Touchdown wins
That's easy enough. That's easy enough. Unbelievable.
How many game-winning drives does Jalen Hurts have in his career?
I would be curious on that. I don't know.
I wonder how many he's had.
Chad with the 2 saying if only we'd kick those field goals. Yep. That's
Imagine.
what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, if you'd kicked the field goals right now, you would be only down 2, and you could go ahead and just made one of the field goals, right? You kick a field goal, win the game. It's just, oh my gosh.
Yep. A minimum, absolutely. A minimum of kicking those field goals, and you would have the lead right now. I know that it changes lots of other outcomes and how they play situations, but yeah, you would have extra points on the board. Totally different ball game. But that's your head coach. That's where it is.
Gosh, I'm going to be sick if they lose this game. I'm going to be absolutely sick. 3,700 people watching. Give the show a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you guys hanging out as we try and, I don't know, pull off a miracle. I don't know.
Make something happen.
Hurts had the ball with a chance to win it last game through a pick. What does he do here? Second straight week with the ball to win the game.
Unreal. So, yeah, you don't have the timeouts, or you don't have the 2-minute warning. You got the 3 timeouts. Does Jalen, can he do something here? Can he turn around? Please, somehow pull this out?
Still in commercial. Gosh, I can't believe how wide open Olave was.
Got 5 more from Real Bray Music. Said it ain't crazy to say. I've been saying this. We're the Eagles. Our coach history shows we can cut this guy as soon as next week if they wanted to. Yeah, they could do whatever they want.
It's so crazy to do.
As bad as it gets, and this may be crazy, but as bad as it was, even if you lose to the Bucs, well, I guess if you lose to the Bucs in embarrassing fashion, you have more bad decisions. You could make a move at the bye week. Yeah, you could say, hey, that's an extra week. That's enough time to say, you know what, this is just not working. We're done. I don't feel like it'll be this week because you got another game coming up and your bye week so close. But the leash that was short to begin with. The leash is
very short.
I mean, it's basically non-existent at this point.
What do you call on offense? How do you get some of your other weapons like Jahan Dotson or Dallas Goedert to get open? You got to go 69 yards to win this game. Here we go. 7-12, 157. Eagles got all 3 timeouts. Last chance. Shotgun. 9 career game-winning drives for Hurts as a quarterback. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Looking left. Throws across the middle. That's caught. There's Jahan Dotson. That's a gain of 4. Maybe 5 now in front of Tyrann Mathieu. And that's his first non-screen pass catch of his entire Eagle career, Josh. It goes for 4.
Unbelievable. It took till then.
Keep
going.
Now.
Hurry up.
5. 142. Hurts in the gun. Plenty of time. Just got to march. Middle of the field is wide open if they want to use it. Takes the snap. 3-man pressure. Here comes some guy from the right. Steps up, throws. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be a gain of about 2. It's Paris Campbell, and there's a flag, and it's probably a hold. Oh, it might be a Saints. It might be hands to face against Saquon Barkley, so it's going to go against the Saints. Which way is he pointing? Which way are we pointing here?
Hands to the face.
It is on the Saints. Yeah. First down, Philadelphia. Wow. Okay, that's big. Blocking from Saquon. Really good job here. Yeah, there it is. Right into the face of Saquon Barkley. Good job. That's great blocking. That is great blocking. All right, 1st and 10. 1:28 to go. It's fresh set of downs and stops the clock. All 3 timeouts, needs 6. Saquon, $143 from scrimmage today. Here we go. In the gun. Saquon to his left. Hurts takes the snap. No DeVonta Smith on the field. Clean pocket. Now he's getting pressured. Now he's going to be hit, and he's going to be sacked. Taking too long.
Call the timeout.
No receivers taking too long.
Call the timeout.
Yeah, you got to burn that first one, and they do. Loss of 6.
Oh, man. Gets beat on the second move there.
Almost lost the football. Yeah, it's Fred Johnson. And then in the end, it's the center or the defensive tackle who gets him. Come on. Ugh.
Jeffrey, we appreciate that. Yes, there's 1:21 remaining in the game. We can't show the time because I don't have the coding on getting the play clock synced. Maybe at some point this year or next season, but that's a little bit above.
1:21. This will be Hurts' 41st drop back of the afternoon. 2nd and 16 from the Eagle 35. Hurts in the gun. Saquon to his right. Something in my eye. Got to get it out of there. There we go. Goddard motions across. 5 in the play clock. Hurts scanning. Takes the snap. Here comes a blitz up the right side. Hurts steps up. He's going to go deep ball left side. That's going to be incomplete. Trying to get Johnny Wilson. 3rd and 16. They're going to blow this game, man. They're going to blow this game. And this hits Johnny Wilson right in the hands. Right in the hands, and he dropped it.
Had a chance. I mean, it's those are the plays you got to make, quite honestly. I mean, if he catches that, he's probably out of bounds, too. You probably don't even have to use a timeout.
20 plus, yeah. 3rd and 16. You got to get something positive here. They're going to put 3 receivers at the bottom. Goddard, the lone receiver, tight to the top. Barkley to his right. Hurts in the gun on 2nd and 16. 4-man pressure with a spy. Hurts steps up, throws Goddard. Big catch. There goes Dallas Goddard. Got a first down and more. Dallas Goddard to the 40. Dallas Goddard to the 30. Goddard. He's going to the 20. There he goes. 10.
Oh my gosh.
Goddard down to the 4. He's at the 4.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
No flags.
There was no one near him.
No flags. How did
Nobody
that just happen?
followed Dallas Goddard. Oh, they ran into each other.
Oh my
gosh. Oh my gosh.
How many yards was that? How far was that completion?
It's a 50-yard gain on 3rd and 16.
My gosh.
And they got 1st and goal from the 4.
Was that 61? 61 official? Oh my gosh.
I cannot believe I kept waiting for a safety to be there, and there was no one in front of Dallas Goddard. He ran like crazy as Goddard's had a massive day. Now you got to score a touchdown. 1st and goal. You have 2 timeouts, 1:05 to go. Ball at the 4, and they got to burn a timeout now. Dang it.
That's okay though. That's okay. Honestly, I don't mind that, right? Because there's a minute 5. We're not playing with the clock here. You score here. The clock is fine. You still have 1 timeout remaining. Honestly, that's okay because we don't want to score too quickly because we saw our defense get scored on in a minute. That's okay. I mean, I get there's a little frustration. I can live with that. I'd rather them be totally set, know what they're doing here. Don't move backwards. Don't get a flag.
170 yards for Goddard through the air as I am very close to vomiting. This is crazy. You got to get Saquon touches, right? You got to give Saquon. I think you got to run it a couple times with Saquon just to make sure that he can't get in the end zone. From the 4, he's got a $143 on the ground today. You got to pound it. I mean, you got plenty of time. Come on, 2-1 is so big. Come on. Here we go. 1:05 to go. 15 on the play clock. Hurts in the gun. Barkley to his left. 2 tight ends tight to the top. Dotson and Campbell are your 2 receivers. Slot to the near side. 7 on the play clock. Hurts takes the snap. Turn, give Barkley. Up the middle. Barkley! He's in!
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! They're going to do this!
Oh, my gosh.
The lead!
My gosh.
We have the lead with a minute left.
Do you go for 2? You might as well, right?
Yes,
you got to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game. There's a lot of time left, Josh. There's a lot of time left.
I know, and they just got to get a field goal.
Quickly?
We might have.
There's Saquon, baby. Holy cow.
Did anybody expect that? I mean, my gosh, Austin says that's the first smart play call of the day.
Literally. Literally.
Oh my gosh. If they somehow could pull this off, you've got to be kidding me.
What's your best 2-point play, Josh?
Come on,
you got to
baby.
have your best 2-point play right here. Basically from the same spot, a little closer now from the 2. Eagles trying to go up 3 now. Hurts in the gun. Barkley to his left. Another give Barkley up the middle. He got it.
Yes. Yes.
Come on. Let's go. 3-point game.
Oh, I might have a heart attack, but we are back up by 3. Oh, that's the wrong score. Hang on. There you go.
Josh, I don't want to be that guy to be a buzzkill, but imagine if you had 3 more points and it was a 6-point game instead of a 3-point game. It's just
yeah, I know.
Oh,
but I mean, at least you can't lose off of a field goal. I know that's not like the most
true
winning way of thought, I suppose, but it's like, hey, you got to at least go and they'd have to score a touchdown. And granted, there's a minute, 1 second left and a timeout, so Atlanta did that. I understand that part, but just
this is crazy. This is crazy. If you're just joining us, show a thumbs up. Love the birds. Hit that sub button.
Come on, baby.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna do this thing. We're gonna do this thing.
Josh, your defense has been great all day. They need one stop. They need one drive where they don't give up any points and just get a stop. Who's going to make a play? Question will be, is Darius Slay going to be out there or not? That's going to be the real question.
Yeah. There's a minute 1 remaining. People asking how much time. Minute 1 remaining. Eagles 1 timeout. Saints 1 timeout. We're going to have the kickoff here.
There it is. As Braden Mann is going to kick this one, it's going to be kneel down. All right, ball at the 30. So the Saints have got to get Blake Groupie, who's 2 for 2 so far today, including a doink off the upright that went in on his opening attempt. And again, you remember, the Eagles got the stop on the previous touchdown on the 2-point conversion to keep the Saints from not being tied in this game, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh, this is crazy. Or only be up 1, I guess, with a chance to go win.
This is a small pet peeve of mine, but just like special teams wise, I really wish we'd figure out how to kick the ball without kicking it into the end zone. Because how many times that a team returns it and they're not at the 30, but here they are, 30-yard line.
1:01 to go. Saints have 1 timeout. Ball at the 30, down 3. Carr takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Clean pocket. Looks left. Throw short. That's caught. And that's a tight end for a gain of 5 and thrown out of bounds by Quinyon Mitchell. Good play there, but it stops the clock. Yeah, you just can't give up a home run ball, but you also, I don't think you go prevent like you did last week on the final drive when Kirk walked you up and down the field, because you don't want to just let him get 50 yards and just kick a chip shot, right? I think you got to be a little aggressive here.
Yeah. No way.
Ringo's still in for Slay. He's on Olave at the bottom of the formation. Who wants to get a sack here on 2nd and 5? 55 seconds left. Carr empty in the gun. Here comes an Eagle blitz. Here they come. Carr takes a snap. Rolling left, throwing. He's going to be hit as he throws. And it is intercepted!
Oh! Reed!
Yes!
Reed Blankenship! The ghost! The ghost did it!
Let's hope he caught it. Derek Carr got plastered on the backside.
That's ball game.
Oh, my
Eagles
gosh.
win interception.
Oh, my gosh. Let's make sure he caught it. Here comes the replay.
My gosh.
I think he did.
He got it. That's it. That's ball game, baby.
Right here.
That is ball game. Oh, yeah. 100%. Under it. Interception. Yes! We win the most ridiculous, the absolutely most ridiculous game. Interception. Oh, my gosh.
They are going to win this football game. Where's that WWE meme of whoever, the Undertaker, rising up from the coffin? That is literally the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, my gosh.
48 seconds left. Saints only have 1 timeout. So you take 1 knee and this game is over. 2 knees, really, because they're going to burn a timeout. Oh, my goodness gracious. I cannot believe they're winning this football game.
I cannot. There's no way to comprehend what we've just seen.
They're going to review this play.
Understandable, yeah.
I mean, New York has not already confirmed it yet.
Yeah, I guess you just double check.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
Leads the team in interceptions. Look at Saquon pumping up Jalen Carter. This defense has been unbelievable today, Josh. Everything we said about the last 2 weeks, they've been unbelievable tonight. Holy cow.
12 points allowed. That's it. 12 points allowed from the defense and a takeaway.
How about Jalen Hurts' game-winning drive, too, huh? How about Jalen Hurts without his best 2 targets? And his head coach against him basically all day long with his stupid play calling.
You were playing against 2 head coaches, and you still are going to come away with the win. Oh
caught
my
it. He
gosh. Yeah,
caught it.
he
He
definitely
caught
did.
it.
Guy
He
Jordan said,
caught
"Are
it.
we having fun yet?" Oof.
Yeah,
That
we're
was
having some
earlier.
fun right now.
But
They have
this
not
was
confirmed
before.
this yet, by the way.
We're
We're
having
waiting
fun.
on confirmation. Oh my goodness gracious! We had a super
Go
chat from
Birds,
Tony
baby.
Cadillac. Reed and CJ are our ball hawks. People need to chill with the slander. I don't think anyone's slandering Reed. CJ,
Yeah,
he's been good. He's been coverage a little iffy, but he's been good. It stands. That means
Ball
there's
game, baby.
not enough footage to overturn
Ball
it.
game.
And the ghost. Oh my gosh. Brandon
Angels.
Graham with the pressure and the hit. How about that, huh?
Yep. BG and Sweaty.
BG and Jalen Carter have been absolutely massive in this game. Absolutely massive.
And Sirianni giving high fives, knowing, wow, my job just got saved.
All right, so they're going to go in the victory formation. You need 2 snaps here because the Saints have a timeout if they want to use it. Hurts under center. There's your first one. And there is your timeout. And so they're actually going to need 2 more snaps because the way the play clock is at, right? So they're going to need to snap it again.
Yep.
And then 1 more snap. And it's over. Nick Sirianni lives to play another day. Holy cow.
Did not expect to see that. That is unbelievable. Chris with a 2 said, yeah, lost for words. Love watching birds with y'all. Thank you. Thank you to everybody hanging out, whether it was a little bit of doubt, whether it was a lot of doubt, whether there was tons of hate, because obviously if you've been a part of the stream, it has been up and down and up and down and all over the place. But this is the wildest game. I've got to say, honestly, the wildest game I've ever watched, that I've ever full game start to finish. I can't remember anything like that.
Jalen Carter is jawing on the sideline, and Sirianni and Clint Hurt are trying to get him to calm down because he is so fired up right now. Look, it's Clint Hurt, Big Dom, and Sirianni telling him to just stop, I think they're trying to get Big Dom to get him into the locker room. Yeah, well, listen, Carter's he's a firecracker, but he earned it today. He heard all the trash talk. All of us were saying B-word, bust, whatever it was, and he has been an absolute monster today. Best player on the field by a long shot. This is such a crazy win, Josh. This is like a season-altering win. It's like a season-changing win. You lose this game.
Hopefully, yes. I mean,
it's just, here you go. Second kneel down. They're going to need 1 more. And they're going to need 1 final snap here because the play clock and game clock have about a 4-second differential. As I see all these super chats, we'll get to them. Oh, my goodness gracious. Josh, it's amazing how we are going to change talking tomorrow. This was going to go from, as they take the final knee, this football game is over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won. This goes from
I cannot believe that,
a disaster to one of the great Eagle wins in the past probably, I don't know, 10 games. I mean, this is a gutsy win by Philadelphia. It's over.
It's an incredibly ugly one. But it is a gutsy one. It counts just the same. But wow, there were a lot of negative things for that one.
Saquon Barkley and Dallas Goedert. Without AJ and DeVonta, Saquon Barkley, no Lane Johnson, no Mekhi Becton, no AJ Brown, no DeVonta Smith, no Darius Slay at the end there, and they beat the best offense in the National Football League and go 2-0. Holy cow. That is absolutely unbelievable.
PJ saying, can we lock up Baun long-term? He's a dog.
He's a
absolutely
monster.
is. 13 tackles today. 9 of them solo. Led the team by a mile.
He was great.
Great plays. Reed Blankenship also, obviously. We only got 1 sack, so I know that we'll still come away from it saying, okay, pass rush. He didn't get a lot of those.
Problem. But they got some pressures today, Josh.
The defense, yeah, they were getting pressures. They held the Saints to 89 rushing yards, 3.1 average. Derek Carr, 14 for 25, 142, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. I mean, the defense showed up huge. I don't exactly understand how we won that game.
Very high, says Jalen masterclass besides the turnovers. Honestly, that's the takeaway. And that was the takeaway last week. He was great last week besides the turnover. He was great today besides the turnover. I mean, the Eagle offense, I got to look at the stats, but they had probably 400 yards. I think in the end, they're going to have 400 yards of total offense, which is just absolutely wild. Hurts had 311 through the air.
Mm-hmm.
As the Eagle offense, as a team, finishes with 460 yards, Josh. 460 against one of the top 5 defenses in the National Football League, statistically. Goddard goes for 170. Barkley went 142 through just on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Oh my goodness, it's just
And
unbelievable
Dallas
they did
Goedert,
this.
10 catches,
Goddard, baby.
170 yards.
Go.
Showing up
Go.
big time.
The best.
Both of the drives where there were big scores, big Goddard catches, keeping it alive.
Josh,
I mean, who had
listen.
15 to 12 as your final score? But wow.
There are a lot of problems with this game, and coaching is a massive part of it. Nick Sirianni's decision making is a part of it. If you take away Nick Sirianni's decision making, and I see your comments. If he has smart decision making and Hurts doesn't turn the football over, this is a near perfect win. Besides the lack of pass rush, secondary was great. Linebackers were great. Offensive line with injuries. Fred Johnson, if you ever see Fred Johnson in Philadelphia, you got to give him a big hug and buy him a steak or something, because he was unreal without Lane Johnson in there. Saquon was great. I mean, Cam Jurgens was great. Everybody was Quinion was great. They were all amazing in this game, except for the situational play calling there and the turnovers. Take away that, there's a lot to build from this game, Josh. There's a lot of positive to build from this game. And that's what you wanted, right? You lose this game, even with the positive, it's all thrown out. We all harp on Sirianni. The phone calls go crazy at the radio stations. It's a nightmare. But because they won this game, there's a lot that they can go ahead and clean up, and there's a lot to grow from, because this isn't even an offense at full strength. The offense was gutted. They had nobody out there, and they still went 2 touchdown drives when they needed it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even because, and Chad here says, yeah, this team's going to give me a heart attack. Everyone, yes, certainly with the way that it's been recently. But, the fact that they were able to figure out a way to do it without their stars, without several guys on really, I mean, the injuries piling up, the defense holding serve for as long as they possibly can. I mean, the score could have been like a 30 to 12. It could have been even worse than that if the offense was firing all cylinders and clicking from the very beginning. But they did, I mean, just barely enough. It was very scary for a lot of the game, but able to hold on. John M, appreciate the 15, said go Birds. Absolutely,
Go Birds,
yes. Fly Eagles fly. We got it done somehow. It does not make sense, yet it happened. Cranky Cletus with a 5 also said defense was amazing. Hurts needs work. Goddard and Barkley were huge. Reed, huge interception after all the missed chances this season. So we got to stop when we needed it. The defense able to make a play. Turnover. I understand some of the other comments about Bryce Huff. Yeah, where is Bryce Huff? Didn't find him. Didn't see him.
Look at the Eagle locker room. Look, I got CJ Gardner Johnson just went live in the Eagle locker room, and they are pumped. They know this is a big win.
Oh my gosh!
They know this is a big win,
especially in New Orleans. So those guys coming back, CJ, Zack, Baun,
unbelievable.
Let's see.
I'm just
Jose
says right now.
says Goddard 10 catches, 170 yards, but
holy cow,
F the head coach or effing head coach. I don't know.
Yep.
Call me Rod with a 2 says linebacker tackles Baun 13, Dean 8. Shout out to them. Definitely making some plays for sure. Like we said earlier, I mean,
they've been great.
Zack Baun, that dude is.
Zack Baun was crazy.
You should just go ahead and lock him up. Really, you should extend, get the deal done. You save yourself some money anyway. But he's done enough, I think, where you say, you know what, he's getting better. He will get better each week too. But he's already playing with that intensity, and the defense got called out. They heard it. And they showed up in a big way to respond in New Orleans. And without the way that they played, obviously we know this, but without the way they played, there's no chance in this game. If we were talking about it before, but if you said, hey, you're going to hold the best, highest scoring team to 12 points today, and Derek Carr is going to have an abysmal game, he's not going to be efficient. The offense overall is not going to be efficient, and their total yards is 219. It's almost impossible to believe, especially after what you saw against Atlanta and against Green Bay.
Josh,
Crazy.
Everybody on the defense was better today except for Bryce Huff. The one flaw that continues to be in this defense is Bryce Huff virtually doesn't exist. Don't know if he's ever going to get better, whatever. I mean, that's going to be a problem that we have to deal with going forward. Jordan Davis had a sack. He was great in run defense. I thought Josh Sweat had some nice pressures. BG looked 10 years younger. Jalen Carter looked like the best player on the entire defense, probably on the entire field. You mentioned the linebackers. Quinion almost had another pick and an incredible pass breakup on the deep ball to Chris Olave. Reed Blankenship, we never called his name because he was never out of place. He's always where he needs to be. They call him one of the smartest players on this defense. He showed it with an interception. Slay was fantastic. Massive breakup on his deep ball to the right side. Got hurt. Still seems to be okay. Ringo gave up a deep ball, but he eventually was going to be fine. Gardner Johnson blew up some runs. He gave up the 1 touchdown, but overall, this defense is what we expected. This is what we thought, right? All training camp long. We said last week, were we gaslit? Like was someone punking us when they said, this defense looks great. They're playing great. They've been so good during training camp. I thought people were lying to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not the case. This is the exact defense that we expected, as I'm sure you got a lot of super chats to get back to.
Yeah, no, it definitely is more of what we expected. And also, I mean, shout out to Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, because we talked about it previously as well. But combined between them, I think they only had one assisted tackle coming into this game. And you mentioned Jalen Carter, I mean, best player on the field. But Jalen Carter, 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 passes deflected. So even if he's not getting there, just knocking the ball down, 1 quarterback hit. And then JD, 4 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 quarterback hit. So you got more production. You had the guys show up. Fletch, remember, texted them basically saying, like, fellas, this is unacceptable. You got to get mad. You got to show up in a big way. So hopefully that, combined with being called out by the fans and the media and the locker room and even individually, it seemed to light a fire, because they played much, much better. And this is what you need. It has to be week in, week out. It can't be, hey, cool, you had 1 good game. It needs to be week in and week out. Otherwise, this team does not go anywhere. But it's a good first sign. You see them stepping up. Jesse here says, hell yeah, my fellow Eagles fan, Saquon for MVP this year if he keeps it up the entire year. Thank you for the sensational stream, fellas. Fly, Eagles, fly. We appreciate that. Heck yeah. Also, kudos for the month of membership. Said this defense stepped up big time. Absolutely agree. We were right there with you. I mean, it's something that I quite honestly did not expect to see at this level. I thought it would be a little better, but to come in here and on the road, you take advantage of an opportunity with your defense playing so well, yet your offense is just getting destroyed because of head coaching decisions and all the other stuff. You had the odds, the chip stacked against you, and you still find a way to win.
Big time.
I mean, we talk about, coaches, players, all this other stuff. Yes, there's elements of some of it, but it ultimately comes down to players made plays today. Like, they were just showing up and making plays. And whether it be the Saquon break for 65 yards, the Dallas Goedert 61. Yes, you got a little fortunate with Saints players running into each other, but you still hit him. He's able to go across the middle. Players making plays on defense too, and Reed at the very end. So there's not a way to explain it perfectly. I'm still kind of in shock because the emotions have been just absolutely all over the place, but it's continual. May the goo be with you. Says, why is Sirianni even making decisions? He's cost us a game already. This is a season. This is the season we won, but I don't feel good about it. Fair question.
He got bailed out by his team. He really did, and it's going to be a lingering thing over Nick Sirianni for the rest of his Eagles career. And days like this are ones that can get you fired with those decisions. But give credit to the Eagle offense. The Eagle players didn't quit. They could have come out after halftime, Josh, just been like, man, this is dumb, right? Like this is stupid. Let's just, throw it in. Our coach is a joke. Not the case. And listen, I'm going to defend Sirianni as long as they keep winning, honestly. And that's not to say I'm not going to call him out for making mistakes. I'm sure on my show tomorrow I'll rip him up and down, and everyone should. But this Eagle team fought for him, which is something they did not do last year, Josh. That's the big difference, right? During that stretch last year, the Cardinal game, the Giants game, the Seahawks game, they just kind of gave up. And it felt like it was because they didn't believe in their head coach. That was a football team with Saquon Barkley riling people up, Dallas Goedert firing up the team, Jalen Carter going absolutely berserk. Like this might be the game that gets the monkey off the back. We've had a monkey on the Eagles' back for the past 10 weeks, it feels like. I don't know if it does. Maybe it doesn't. It feels like this could be the one to kind of really refocus this football team and get them pointing in the right direction. This is a massive win. Anyone who says it's not is an absolute idiot.
I hope so. I hope it does get us back on track. As you said, there's areas where it's kind of like, oh my gosh, it needs to be so much better. But you make some stops, you make some plays, you get some momentum. Hopefully, injuries. That's going to be crucial. We're coming away from this and seeing a laundry list of injuries. How long are the guys going to be out? How serious is it? Thankfully, we talked about the early bye being a negative thing. At this point, it's like, oh my gosh, you can't get to the bye soon enough because of the injuries with the guys. You got some concussions for players, hamstrings, hand injuries with Mekhi Becton all over. So maybe a blessing in disguise to get it earlier. PJ said y'all called it when you keyed into the Vegas line. That's fair. We were talking about, it felt like the Eagles win. Definitely would be a close one, but still somehow neither of us expected it to be of this quality of a win, like this type of a game in a situation. But, I guess a win's a win. We'll take it however you can get it. Alchemy says, actually just got a 2, so appreciate the support. I don't see a comment, but let me know. We can try to throw that back up there. Harry with a 5 says, who's the MVP? Haters can't say anything about Hurts needing weapons. I mean, he had to go a couple drives there without very much weapons and have to make plays. So
that's a good point. No, listen, Jalen Hurts in the second half. Anything you want to do to rip him in the first half is totally fair. Not a problem at all, because he obviously made some mistakes. But as a whole, he was fantastic in this game. As a whole, he was really great in that second half. And he's been really good this entire season, Josh. I know turnovers have been, again, the continued problem. If he has a clean game, turnover-free, it's going to change. It's going to change the way the Eagles are. I mean, it's going to be a life-altering experience when he goes no interceptions and no turnovers for a game. But he was really good. And this, again, the fact they were able to scheme up their two best players once their two best players went out, right? Saquon, Goddard, their next two guys up. They're still great, but the expectations are massive. They got the ball in their hands when they needed him, running Saquon for the touchdown, running Saquon for the 2-point conversion. It's just unbelievable. I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. It's just crazy they were able to win this game. And it truly is a testament to this team believing that they are a good football team, regardless of some coaching decisions, and that they can do a lot in both the NFC and hopefully going forward. I mean, what an opportunity, Josh, right? Before the season, it was Packers are going to be tough. Falcons won't be hard. Saints won't be hard. Bucks won't be hard. Go to bye week, right? Green Bay, tough, you win. Falcons, actually tough, you lose. Now you play probably the best offense in the league, and you really shut them down completely. Completely shut them down. And if you can beat the Bucks next week and go 3-1 going into the bye week, Josh, the feelings in Philadelphia are going to be unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Completely different.
It feels like a season-saving win 3 weeks in, which is just blasphemy to say. Yeah. Unbelievable.
It really does. And there's so many areas that you can be better, you need to be better. Improvement all over the place, but you got the win, and hopefully you do build on that. Hopefully you can see that. J-Man here says, I can't wait to hear the classic take away his turnovers and Hurts played good. Also, did Rodgers play any snaps today? I'm confused why he's benched. I mean, as far as Isaiah Rodgers, that's a question that honestly no one really has the answer to. I don't know. We'll see about Slay. Like, how serious was his injury? Will it be anything that causes him to miss time? Then you do start having the question of, is it Keely Ringo? Is it Isaiah Rodgers? We've continued to see Keely out there. He didn't show well, certainly in the one play where he gave up a long completion over the middle to Olave, but I don't know. I'd like to see Zay at some point, because we heard all about him in training camp. But same thing with Devin White. Like, Devin White's getting inactive here, and yes, you have good linebacker play from the guys that we have out there, so that could be the reasoning. At the same time, White got a lot of first-team reps for a guy who's just going to be inactive every single week, so that's a whole nother story. But Christian here with the 10s is, Josh Thomas, tell Nick to take the effing points. Should have never played out the way it did today. Defense balled out.
I'm going to call Nick real quick. Let me just
just go ahead and put that one in. Yes.
But don't you think that's what everyone's going to tell him? He's going to hear it. And my problem with Nick is not going for it the first time, right? The first time he got it, the second time he got it, but it's the third time going for it and then kicking the 60-yarder, right? Nick is a bold guy. We love him and hate him for it. It's live and die. Doug Peterson was the same way, right?
True.
But I think at some point you have to recognize where you are in this football. It's 3-0, right? Yep. At some point it's now 6-3 or whatever the score was when he kicked the 60, right? It's just at some point there has to be a little bit of self-reflection and go, okay, wait a second. Let's coach to make sure we don't lose instead of coaching to try and win, right? I think that's the thing that he's really got to figure out. And it's crazy he hasn't. I think it's part of who he is. I think as Eagle fans, we're going to have to just deal with it. But the hope is that you can get your weapons back, Josh. The defense now has shown you what they're capable of. You can start beating teams. You can start blowing teams out. And I think that's the hope, is that maybe next week, maybe the week after the bye, whatever it is, you start blowing some teams out and kind of really waking up and being like, this team is scary, because offensively, they're absolutely terrifying. And if this is the defense that we get the rest of the entire season, they're going to be terrifying too. We mentioned it, Josh, last time. Sure. Top 15 defense, and this team's going places. That was a top 10 defense today, right? So if you get slightly worse than that, they're going to be looking really good. Really good. Holy cow. Holy cow.
If you get that type of play, it's a wrap. But there's still a lot of concerns, a lot of questions, and I get that. I mean, see comments and questions as well. It's like, they're not firing on all cylinders. And it comes back to another point of, like, when will we see this team start out strong from the beginning of the game? Why does it have to be wait until the second quarter, third quarter, second half, and finally get something going? And whether that's a combination of offense and defense, but even the offense, it feels like sometimes it's why does it take a little bit to build momentum? I mean, heck, you look at this game here. The Eagles scored 15 points in the fourth quarter. Like there was no point scored until the fourth quarter, and that's not a recipe for success ever. So, I mean, yes, we'll all take the win any day of the week. But when you look at this thing, you're like, okay, you do need to get some things figured out with the offense. You do need to have some of those answers. Yes, several is situational, because completely agree with you should have had 6, 9, 12 points at least before we got to the fourth quarter. But it's like, if you keep Sirianni out of things, if you don't have issues with the play calling, you take things whenever you should. The way the defense was playing, maybe make some play calls that are dictated by your defense actually playing well. Hopefully it's a good learning experience. I know that we can keep saying that, but man, Sirianni's leash, as we said, has gotten so short that it's like, even though you won this one, I can't imagine that Howie and Lurie are up there going like, oh yeah, we're fine. Like it's a sigh of relief, but it's also,
It's a big
I
one.
have no clue what he was doing out there.
I
they
really don't.
can't have any fathom for that. Alchemy with another 5 said Tyler Steen, Fred Johnson. Yes, huge shout out for this game. Nobody talking about how well they played.
Massive.
The only reason that the offense stood a chance. Heck yes, we were talking about him. If you were hanging out, we were talking about him a lot of the game. But yes, great point.
He was insane.
No way that you win the game, because a lot of other O-lines, you have backups, especially 2 backups that go in there. This game, it's over. I mean, it's a wrap. The quarterback not able to have enough time. No chance there.
Fred Johnson played like a starting offensive lineman today, Josh, which is crazy. Yeah, crazy.
He did. He played really well. And again, prayers for Lane Johnson and really all the guys. Smitty with the concussions seemed really serious with Lane if he was thrown up after that. But all the injuries, hopefully they're good. Andrew with a 10 said, good morning. Just woke up, got a big W, so I'll have a good Monday. There you go. Can you give me the good, the bad, the ugly, and did Smith get hurt too now? Go Birds. Love you guys. Yes. We appreciate that. Yes, was kind of Thomas, I think, running through the good, the bad, and the ugly a second ago whenever you sent that. But yes, hopefully they're going to be okay with the injuries. Smitty went down with a concussion. You never know with those. Sometimes it's like, oh yeah, you're back next week, and then other times you're talking about a couple weeks. So hopefully not a major thing. But ultimately you got the win, and they can learn from it. Jalen Carter showing a lot of emotion, as were several guys, understandably. Robert here with a 5 said nobody expected this kind of game, but I'm sure happy we got this huge win. Fly Eagles fly from Slovakia, and Kosice, Slovakia? I'm sure that I butchered that, but
I'm not
appreciate you tuning in from Slovakia. So Nate here with a 2 says go buy a Baby Rhino shirt. Heck yeah. If you're wanting to support the show, the channel, Baby Rhino, Jalen Carter, having a great game. A link are in both the descriptions, by the way. So go check that out. Also got the QB1 shirt as well. So that is in
check them out down
in the
below.
description. Cooter Blue with the
Cooter Blue
OS. It's a family show, so I'm not going to pronounce that last name. But we won. I'm assuming that's what it's for. I'm not really sure, but appreciate the 2, I suppose. Matthew Davis with a 10 said, do you guys feel Jalen is trying to make adversity for himself? It's frustrating watching him hold the ball, then Kellen Moore's offense, his fast passes, breaking the zones. That's
Saquon Barkley just said to the media he's never been around a more poised person in his entire career than Jalen Hurts, which is pretty cool. So I don't think that he is trying to do it on purpose, but I like the fact that he came back today and really showed that he can have what it takes to go down and score a touchdown, Josh. Like it's critical to go down and win that game. I mean, it is absolutely unbelievably crucial to go down and win that football game. And if he throws a pick on that final drive, if they don't score a touchdown, you needed 6, right? You didn't need 3. If they don't score there, it is just an absolute nightmare for the next week. I mean, it's depression level 1,000, DEFCON 1. I mean, hug your family because you're just so sad and there's nothing else that brings you joy in your life. I mean, it's awful if they lose that game. And he went right down the field. Credit Goddard, obviously getting schemed open. The Goddard route tree from this game is going to be insane to look at after the fact. It's going to be unbelievable.
Oh, gosh.
And then trusting your offensive line, who's been fantastic all game long, to give you 4 yards and then 2 yards on the touchdown, the 2-point conversion. It's just, Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's crazy.
Awesome win. So
Huge
great to
day.
get that. Also, Shane, appreciate the 2, says defense for the win. Go Birds.
Yep.
Go Birds. Got it done.
Go
It
Birds.
was not pretty, as everybody saw. It was a blast, though. Shout out to all you guys.
Fun.
I mean, we had something, again, combined, I think, close to 100,000 views, so that was insane. We got over 1,500 combined likes, so again, the record
Crazy.
is over 1,000 likes on the show. We're 2-1, or we're 2-0 with that. When we're under 1,000 likes, we have not. So appreciate that. But it looks like we got another one back from the I wasn't gonna say the OS, so we got the my bad LOL. Oh shoot, we won. Go Birds.
There you go.
Appreciate that.
Family
You know,
friendly.
again, it's
There are kids watching.
There are. We've gotten lots of messages from people saying, "Hey, we know that I can have the kids watch because you guys aren't going to say anything outlandish." So that's what we try to do.
There you go.
But it was a blast nonetheless. I'm just going to say again, like the emotions absolutely all over the place, and naturally everyone a part of the stream and watching. Like this is Eagles football. It's sad, but this has been Eagles football for definitely the last like 10 or 11 games, but really for the last year and a half of games. And it would be nice. Can we get a little bit of a shakeup and say, hey, let's take advantage of our opportunities and not have to play games like this? So far, we have. Tampa will be next week. The fact that they got beat by Denver is not probably a great sign in terms of catching them sleeping. They're going to be hungry and ready to get back on that win column. And considering the injuries that we have, I don't know. But you got to get a couple things figured out for sure. Michael brings up a good point saying keep Stoll. Yeah, he needs to play more, and Grant Calcaterra needs to play less
100%.
because that dude
100%.
is not helping in any way, shape, or form.
100%.
No offense to him, but that was another total issue. So,
Yep.
it was fun though. Like I say, we got to win. So that's the beauty. Now the goal is, as we said, not necessarily thinking that it would be in this type of way, but you have a whole Sunday ahead of you. You got a chance now. Go cheer on the Ravens.
Yeah, huge opportunity.
Beat Dallas.
For the Ravens,
that would be fantastic if they can do that. We wake up tomorrow morning, got to win. First in the division. Dallas has lost. Everything else, take advantage of the opportunities. I guess we're depending on the commander situation too, but still, it's a much better situation than what I was expecting. We were about to say much through this game. So
I agree. Enjoy the day, guys. Enjoy the day.
Yes, I was going to say, and also make sure to like and subscribe as always if you're not already, because we've got lots of content coming out. The streams are a blast, but game recaps coming out tomorrow. Frankie Ray with a 5 here at the buzzer says, who's going to pay for an Uber so I can find various pass rushes?
Literally.
He needs to find something, or maybe he's just not going to get as many snaps. He might be the coming to an end of seeing many snaps for Bryce, which would be crazy because of the amount that you paid him. But he's trying to learn the position, and he's just not able to do much. He's not been effective, doesn't seem to be playing with confidence.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's another completely different one. But any final thoughts? I know we've been kind of all over the place. Any last second final thoughts on the win, where things are at with the team? Obviously, we'll have more full recaps with tomorrow's breakdowns. But anything there, Thomas?
I was trying to think about that, right? There are going to be a lot of Eagle fans who are negative, right? And they're negative because it should have been this close because the offense was playing well, and then Sirianni's an idiot, and it's just like your coaching is going to ruin it, blah, blah, blah. Jalen throws picks. Again, I think you have to take this game with the rest of the season last year, right? And again, they gave up on Nick Sirianni. They couldn't drive to win football games. They turned the ball over like they did last week, right? I mean, last week was a microcosm of the entire season last year. But this win right here on the road against a 2-0 high-powered Saints, it can do something, right? It's a week-to-week league, but momentum is absolutely critical in this in the National Football League. And if they can harness this and they can continue to get better, this team can be as good as we thought it would be. We all thought this was a double-digit win football team 4 weeks ago, right?
For sure.
3 weeks ago, we thought they were after the Packer win. Last week, 8-8 was a real number. This football team right here has a chance to still be really good. And if they can beat the Bucs next week and keep the ball rolling into the bye week, get healthy, oh man, I really want to be positive with this one. I'm going to be positive tomorrow. I mean, on my recap, we're going to rip Sirianni, as we rightfully should. But besides Sirianni and Jalen Hurts' turnovers, this was a perfect game by the defense and basically a perfect game by the rest of the offense because Barkley got it in the offensive line were fantastic. So
they were.
I'm positive. I'm very, very positive. I think you have to be. Absolutely have to be.
I can appreciate it. Yeah. And players, like you said, I mean, players showed up. Players made it happen. And there's still, as always, things get fixed, certainly this time of the season. But we'll see. We're going to have full recaps, as we say. The beauty is, again, the win, the optimism, the Eagles improved to 2-1 in a game that really the analytics, I'm sure, said that they should not have won by any stretch of the imagination for all the things that went wrong and the points you left on the board and the turnovers and everything else. But here we are. Eagles 2-1. The Cowboys moving backwards on their opening drive. So you guys go check that out. As we say, cheer on the Ravens. But if you've not already, make sure like and subscribe. This was a blast. Let's keep up the momentum. We'll live stream every single game. But, until next time, you guys know what it is. Go Birds.
See you guys. Go Birds!